Hello, everyone, and welcome to a DeGRA Q&A and Shoutout video live stream, whatever. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this in the end. With my lovely girlfriend Francesca. So a lot of you have questions for us that we've compiled together to answer, and shout all the people out one by one. As we go through the questions, right? Who asked the questions? So
that's collecting lots.
And collecting
in advance.
A lot in advance.
I'm sharing it now. I'm not being rude. I'm letting everybody know, so you can all come on over.
Oh, well, I guess we're all set up. There's only one person on. It's probably me. So. Oh, there we go. I had my alarm set. So I'm here. Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's dedication.
That's pretty dedicated. Thank you, Dose Childhood. So I guess we'll just start with the questions then.
I was gonna write them all down and be really organized, and it's ended up all on my phone.
That's usually how it is.
Well, since we have Dose of Childhood on. Oh, hi.
Hello. That perped though. That perped though.
If you have any questions, we're doing
a Q&A.
Q&A.
And we got loads of questions that we need to go through.
So we'll start with Dose of Childhood for the shout out.
Oh, there we go. Dose of Childhood, thank you so much. Subscribe to Dose of Childhood.
Fun videos where you get to see the kids we watched yesterday about like making the pasta and stuff.
Oh yeah. It
was really cute. So they'd like to know, how long have you been doing YouTube?
Forever. Since the beginning of time. No, I started YouTube like probably 8 or 9 years ago, maybe almost 10, on a different channel that I will not give out.
Which only once I'd been his girlfriend for like 6 months, and it was my birthday. Only then did he give me access to that channel.
Because it was a channel where I did skits. Like funny skits and stuff, but
they're really good.
It's so
he's embarrassed.
It's very embarrassed. It's so cringy. It's really
not.
It's really cringy. But I did that was like 8 or 9, almost 10 years ago, and
what happened?
I stopped doing that because I wasn't going anywhere with it. And then I always wanted to do gaming videos and stuff, but I didn't want to do it on that channel. I don't know why. I think I wanted to make sure if anyone was going to watch my videos, they wouldn't see those. So I had to make a new channel. So then I came up with this one. And I've been on this channel for like maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years, I would say. And it didn't go very well either. And so I stopped for a long time.
You know the troubles of being a small YouTuber.
Yeah, so I stopped for a long time. And then this last, January, March? Beginning of this year, I started back up again, and it's been constant. Like, it's been a job for both of us.
What made you start again?
You. Because you've been very supportive.
I started watching his videos when we first met, and I was like, oh, these are really good. You should do some more.
She was my only fan at the time.
Number one fan.
That's how it was.
Who says you can't date your favorite YouTuber?
I was already dating my fan before you were even a fan, so it was.
So, hang on, I'm not organized.
Hey, Dear Diary, thank you for joining. Leave a like and all that good stuff. We're just going through the questions right now. We only got through one.
We have a lot to get through. So, why did you decide to start YouTube, and what goals do you have with it?
Why did I start it? I was just inspired by the YouTubers that I did watch. I was fans of the channel called Higa and the channel called Tobuscus.
Which he's ended up showing me like loads of videos from.
Yes, they were the YouTubers that I really loved to watch all the time, and they really inspired me to do YouTube. But I didn't realize how difficult YouTube was to get big. Or not get big, but like...
To get any recognition.
Even if it was just one person watching the videos.
I was like, oh, you've got like 10 views on one of these videos. He's like, they're all mine.
I would have like 20, 30 views on a video, and they were all me.
And you had about 46 subscribers to start with.
Yeah, but it was.
Then it sort of stayed there.
It was tough to get subscribers. I was at like 20 some subscribers for the longest time. Nobody would subscribe, and it felt really like I had no motivation to do it because of that. If no one's watching, it's like, why am I even posting these? But eventually it got more, and then it was better. What was the second half of that question?
What goals do you have with it?
Just to keep going, I guess. To keep growing bigger and bigger. No, just to keep making videos that people can enjoy, pretty much. I'm always thinking ahead of like what would be funny, what would be a good video to make. Like I'll be doing reaction videos pretty soon. And yeah, I knew like I'm into anime and stuff, and I know that's really a separate part of YouTube. It's kind of big, but not really explored that much. Like not a lot of people seem to do it that much. So I found that was a way to like get a lot of subscribers or a lot of views.
You got like 56k views on
one video.
One random anime video.
Granted, they thought it was
it's
a full
they
episode.
thought it was the episode. They thought it was going to be a sneaky sneak.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always wanted to do anything I've watched on YouTube and thought that'd be so cool if I did it because it looks fun. That's what I do. As long as I'm enjoying what I do on YouTube, then I keep doing it.
Okay, we're still on Doses Childhood because it was lots of good questions. Thank you. What are your professions?
My profession is crap.
What did you used to do?
I used to work at Walmart. I was the electronics department manager, where I was the boss of the electronics area, basically. And I just took care of it. It was almost like the electronics was almost like its own little store, and I was just like running my own little store. We had our own cash registers. Had my own little team of people to work.
But you didn't trust them to do the big jobs. You were like,
I did everything.
Make sure it's done right.
That was probably the best job I've ever had.
Oh.
The job I have now is at a restaurant. It sucks.
What do you want to do?
I want to get into game design or animation, stuff like that. I love drawing. I love creating stuff, as you can tell on YouTube. So that's kind of my passion. It's just getting there is the tough part.
I am still studying and working at the same time. I've just finished my Bachelor of Arts degree in Italian and Spanish. I'm going to do a master's degree in the next year in September in translation. But I'm also doing some translation work on the side. So I'm a freelance translator and also a tutor for the Tutor Trust. So I'm doing a bit of everything, juggling everything.
There you go. You kind of have jobs fall into your lap.
I have a lot of people offering me jobs at the minute. Thank you for congratulations on my bachelor's. I was really pleased because I got it first, so I was really proud of myself.
Oh, I was looking at the comments. Says,
let's catch up on a few comments.
You guys said you are so cute by Kayla. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys are great, and your voice.
You're great.
Oh, am I or they are?
Everyone is great.
Your voice itself is made for gaming. You're so entertaining, and that's why I keep coming back. Oh, thank you so much for your diary.
You do have a good voice for gaming. Like, it's really listenable.
Well, the thing is, I always felt like I would have a lot of fun doing it because whenever I would play video games with my friend Levi, he would
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Levi.
He doesn't have a channel.
Whenever I would play video games with him, and I would just make random comments or just say funny stuff about as we're playing, he would just laugh the whole time and say like, "You really quick to come up with just like random stuff as we're playing," and I'm like, that could be really useful for YouTube.
Oh, a silent listener. You're sneaking, spying on us. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Manolia. Shout out to Manolia for joining.
Better go back and do shout outs before we get lost in the chat.
Shout out to Kayla, Simone, Dear Diary, Rebellious. Hey, Rebellious. And I'm reading the comments at the same time.
He's a boy, he can't do
I can't do two things at once.
once.
Just Childhood said that I did ask a lot of questions.
They're good though. We wanted lots of questions.
That's pretty much it. They said congratulations on the Bachelor. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And Manolia saying that he's a silent listener. So
So we've got, what state are you originally from?
I'm originally from Iowa. It's in the heartland. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Once. I'll go
It's
again.
the state that's just right there in the middle, and nobody knows about it. Whenever I say to somebody that I'm from Iowa, they're like, "Oh, that's where they grow potatoes." It's like,
That's
no,
Idaho.
that's
I know
Idaho.
that though. Because I've been to 40 states of America, including Iowa, and my goal is all 50.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I knew.
Even I haven't been in that many states. Yeah, from Iowa. I lived there pretty much my whole life.
In different places. Although you weren't born in Iowa.
No, I was born in Japan. I was born in Japan, but I'm not Japanese. So
you're not Japanese.
There you go. 'Cause my dad was in the military, and he was stationed in Japan. So I was born on a military base. So I am American, but I was born in Japan. So it's like interesting. Way Born Bros. Thank you so much for joining. Shout out to Born Bros for joining.
Everybody subscribe to everybody.
Right. K-Wire Gaming, thank you so much, K-Wire. Make sure
he's working, so thank you for
yes.
your support while you're working. I hope work is going okay.
He said had to come in and say hey, going back watching from my work computer. Well, thank you
Don't
so
get
much.
caught.
Don't get caught, gonna get in trouble for us. Chunky Vlog, hey, thank you so much for joining.
Shout out.
Shout out Chunky Vlog as well. He said, "What's up, kiddo?" Just
What's up?
doing a live stream.
Doing a live stream, answering questions.
We lived all over Iowa and lived in Texas for 4 years, and now I'm in the UK.
Well, no, then you would move to Spain.
I was in Spain for a little bit, but it wasn't. I knew that I wasn't gonna stay in Spain, so I was like, I don't speak Spanish. There's no way I'll get a job here. So I'm like, I have to go to England then. So there you go.
And then you've been here ever since.
Been here ever since, like a year and a half, over a year and a half, kind of. Yeah.
What part of the UK? Leeds, if anybody knows where that is.
West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire, it's in the north. We're northerners.
In the north.
Can't tell from his accent, you can from mine. That banoffee pie was so good. I'm so glad you liked it. If anybody doesn't know, apparently I thought banoffee pie was American. Turns out it isn't.
No.
But it's like but I can't say biscuit. This is the problem with English and American. Graham crackers, similar.
It's similar to graham cracker, but it's not cinnamon.
No.
It's like just cracker, but it's not like a cracker. It's hard to explain.
We call them biscuits. With some butter, make a base, add some thick caramel, some banana, and then some cream. And apparently it's his friend's favorite dessert.
Manolia loves it. He loves it a lot. Chucky Vlog says that sounds expensive.
To move around all the time.
Yes, it is. But I moved with me and my parents all moved together, and I think they're the ones who lost the most money because they were gonna live in Spain. And they couldn't find jobs, and it just wasn't working out. And they were losing lots of money by being there, so they had to go back to America.
They're back in Texas.
I was the only one who found a job. Even though it's a crappy job, I was able to find a job and stay here. So
and
now,
a
girlfriend. So now I'm just here. And they went back, so I was like, well, I guess it worked out for me, not for them.
But yeah, we're in the UK, because he's here now, staying with me.
This is the UK. Right here. This room is the UK. But yeah.
Next question. Do you have family there you still visit in Iowa? You have your grandma.
My grandma's in Iowa. My Aunt Helen is in Iowa. I have some friends. I have friends in Iowa. My cousin in Iowa. But my family, all that is on my dad's side, and it's not a very big family. It's kind of just them, really, in Iowa. That's pretty much it.
And then your mom's.
My mom's side is in Spain.
We're really multicultural here.
Right?
I'm part Italian, part Ukrainian. He's been like living everywhere, different nationalities, so you know.
My family in Spain is gigantic.
Like, I've met some of them.
You met just a tiny.
I met a tiny bit. They all liked me though.
They all love you. It's a huge family, and even I get confused on who's who. Like, who are you?
But I can speak Spanish to them. Which you can't.
And I can't. And
They're
I'm there.
Why? Your mum speaks Spanish. Why do you speak Spanish?
She didn't teach me.
I'm gonna teach him one day.
Junkie Vlog said, "Sweet, get me a nice girl, mate."
We have some nice. You were like you struggled in America to find any nice girls.
Girls, not being offensive to any girls
Just
in
you
America.
personally.
It was just for me personally. Girls, American girls were very like they only went after bad boys. They only went after like just
You
jerks,
were
pretty
too
much.
nice.
I was too nice for them. I was always told I was too nice. So it was like, well, I guess I'm not for American girls. And I come here in like what, 2 weeks to find you.
When you told your family, they were like, "Wait, you've only been there like 2 minutes." They're like, "Are you sure?"
It's like they're nicer here apparently. I don't know.
No, I think it's just like British girls kind of like American guys because it's kind of like ooh,
Different.
exotic, different, and then American guys are like, ooh, a British girl
It must
got
be
the accent.
It must be what that must be what it is then. Manolia said, "It's my dream come true to have you in the UK, bro. And the
Oh.
bonus is you meeting your beautiful girlfriend."
Oh,
I was very
It's
nice.
happiness all around.
Yeah, because I'm sure that he thought he was never gonna see me again.
Yeah, because you met him ages ago.
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago or something, and then we never saw each other again, and I didn't really have a reason to come back to the UK. I'd be in Spain if I'd ever come back to Europe. So, yeah.
You came back.
I came back and now I'm here to stay pretty much, so it's all good. Those childhood said very multicultural.
Right.
Spanish families are always huge. Yes, they are.
Mhm.
I'm Puerto Rican / Irish, and the Hispanic
Nice.
side of my family is huge, but the Irish side is small.
Sounds right.
It's like mine. Like mine's. Isn't mine Irish or something?
Scottish.
I always say Irish.
He tells
And you know why? It's because I could have sworn my dad said that we're part like Irish, and that's why it's called McFarland.
So he
But
says
then-
to me his last name's McFarland, and I'm like, oh, that's like Scottish. And he's like, no, it's Irish. I'm like, I think I know being a British person, but okay. And then we go to meet his family in Spain, and then his dad's like, no, from Scotland. I'm like, I was right.
I don't know where I got Irish because that's
you
what
just want to be Irish.
we always thought. No, it's because we always thought like, oh, Irish like they get really red in the face, so they're really hot headed or something. And my dad gets really red in the face.
No, I'd say that was Scottish people. They're quite like, let's say, passionate people.
Well, that's how it goes. So that side of the family is small, just like that.
Just
so.
like me.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say.
K Wire says, "Looks like I need to move to the UK then." Yep.
Come over.
Come
There's
on
loads
over.
of girls.
There's loads of girls in the UK. Born Bros says, "Where in Europe would you recommend to travel to first?" I'm very interested in traveling all
Italy.
over.
I'm really biased. I love Italy. I
I've
lived in
never
Italy
been.
for 4 months, and it's my favorite country. I've got Italian family. Florence. They've got so much history. There's so much art, so much architecture. Florence is amazing. Rome, Venice, Naples, Sardinia. Go to Italy. You like Spain?
I like Spain. Seville, Spain is probably the best. For if you're looking for like landmarks and things, they got the cathedral
I really
there.
want to go. We couldn't go because it was too hot.
It is. If you go in the summer, you will
It's
die.
known as the frying pan of Europe.
You will melt.
It's super hot
It's
there.
intensely hot because they have like the desert winds or the desert air from Africa, right? Coming
They're
over.
so close to Africa.
It's really close, so it's hot. And Rota is really nice too, especially if you're American because there's an American base there, and there's a lot of they kind of cater a little bit more there to English speakers, so you feel more. It's easier to like speak to people in like stores and stuff or wherever you go because they've met with some Americans a little bit, but Seville, Spain, all Spanish, but you get really engulfed in the culture there of Spain.
I lived in Madrid for 9 months.
Madrid's more
It's a
multicultural, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's a city, like
It's a city
capital
city.
city.
Yeah.
I've figured out I'm not a capital city kind of girl. It's kind of more concrete because it was built specifically to be a capital city, as opposed to like Rome. But it's still really nice. There's plenty to see.
I've never
go visit around Europe. It's really fun.
I still gotta go to Italy. Your diary says, "So all this time I've been looking in the wrong place for a guy. Thanks for the tip." Yep. That was what needs to happen. I don't know guys here in the UK besides Sean.
Well,
Sean's
I
good.
couldn't find a guy here in the UK, so
You should.
So I was struggling.
You just have to go to the opposite
Go to
place.
the opposite. If you're American, go to England, and vice versa.
If you're in England, go to America. Manolia says hilarious. Chunky Vlog says they love to have sex.
Who does?
Spanish people.
Doesn't everybody?
I would say
very.
they're very. I would say because a lot of like when I'm around my family and stuff in Spain, and then their friends and whatnot, I would say they're very perverted.
Let's not offend anybody.
Let's not offend anybody, but not perverted like that. But like they're always talking about sex.
They're quite loose with all of that, as opposed to English people who, very proper
Very
about
conservative.
that kind of thing. We don't talk about that.
But Spanish people are just, I don't know, not in a bad way, but yeah, they kind of.
But it's the quiet ones that, you gotta look out for.
Borbro says, sounds like a plan. I was thinking Venice for my next vacation.
Venice is amazing. I've been 3 times and I want to go back. You've never been. I need to take him all around Italy.
Yeah, that's how it is. Chunky Vlog says, dose of childs, I subscribe. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you for supporting. Everyone support each other.
That's what this is for, being supportive. Have we shouted out everybody so far who's here?
I hope so. If I've missed anybody, let me know.
If we missed you, let us know and we'll shout you out.
Yeah, Chunky Vlog said big facts about the Spanish. And Chunky Vlog said 2K Wire Gaming, we out. We out, bro. He said, let's go.
So, still on Dose of Childhood. Was it hard transitioning when you moved to the UK here?
Very hard.
We speak a different language.
It may be English, but it's not English.
I say things all the time, and he's like, what? And then he says things, I'm like, huh? I mean, I know a lot of American things, like sidewalk, and we say pavement.
The culture itself doesn't feel too different.
It's not massively different, like, as opposed to if you go to Spain and Italy.
I can have the same conversations with anybody that I would have in America here, and it won't feel any different. But knowing it, at first it was kind of surreal, not knowing I was like in America anymore, and then
You still miss it.
I miss my home, and it was really tough. It wasn't really the fact that I was living in the UK, as such that I was living on my own for the first time in my life.
And that's tough, because I was living on my own in Madrid, and I hated it.
It was living on my own for the first time, and I'm in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really depressing and scary, and I was scared all the time.
And I wasn't here, because when we met, I was in Spain, he was here.
But after a while, I got used to it, and I'm a lot more comfortable now.
It's easier now, we see each other more often, because I'm actually here now.
Yeah. Before I felt kind of alone, and I was like, oh, this is a new place, I don't know anything or anyone, and yeah. But it was very difficult, but after a while you get used to it, and then you're just like, okay, it's no big deal. I can't, hold on, I don't even know where I was left off. How's the food with your stomach when you moved there?
So we had a problem with this guy and food. He was a very picky eater when he came to me.
Yeah, when I came from America. In America, we eat all crap food. All we eat's crap in America. All of our food is sugar and salt and fat.
When he tells me what he ate, I'm like...
It's like, a normal meal is like pizza, like hamburgers, tacos, whatever, every single day.
It's tasty.
Cheeseburger.
It's tasty, but it's not all that great.
And then what we drink with our meal is soda pop. We drink like Coca-Cola, whatever.
Fizzy drinks.
And we don't drink like any water or anything. And a lot of people drink like Monster energy drinks. Tons of Americans. Called Kyle.
If you've seen the funny video of me in the video.
So we're very unhealthy, and all of our food, even if you try to be healthy, a lot of our food has like preservatives and chemicals and all kinds of crap. You look at the ingredients of half the food we eat in America, it's all like scientific words that mean nothing. You're just like,
this isn't food.
So when I came here, I was super picky, and it was really difficult to find foods I liked and was able to eat. And I kind of stuck to like hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken, and I just couldn't find anything like really nice to eat. And then I was struggling with money when I first came here. I didn't have a job when I first showed up, so I only had the money that I saved up. and I didn't have enough to spend on a lot of food, so I had to eat like ramen noodles and spaghetti
And drink water.
and drink nothing but water. Water was the only thing I could drink. And it after about a month or 2 months, I can't remember how long I did that before I found a job. It broke my pickiness. It literally broke it because I could eat veggies. I could eat practically anything.
I feel like this is a promo video for some kind of new diet. Listen to his story.
This is my story. If you want to eat healthy, just drink water and eat like just normal plain food.
It's the sugar in American food that when you're eating sugar and drinking sugar all the time, everything else tastes really bland.
Yeah.
But then when you stop having so much sugar, you can taste other stuff. Yes, this is like a documentary on how to break picky eaters.
Because it's amazing how much I can eat now.
I've introduced you to all kinds of vegetables. It's also the way it's cooked. Because I don't really steam things. I'm a great believer in the Italian diet, Mediterranean diet. Olive oil. If you fry it in olive oil, it's fine. It's really good for you.
Yeah.
But I'd fry your veggies. At the beginning, I'd fry them in some sort of like flour batter so that you couldn't see them. Or I hid them in some like tomato sauce.
It had to be a gradual transition to veggies.
You love mashed potatoes now.
Yeah.
Because it's not from a box.
I used to have mashed potatoes in America, and they always made it from a box and just pour in.
Make it from real potatoes.
I was like, oh my god, real potatoes! This is amazing. I love everything potato now.
And you drink cordial all the time.
Cordial.
Which is what we're drinking right now.
Yes.
He likes it very strong.
We don't have.
See the difference in color.
We don't have this in America, and this is
should.
the nicest thing. I'm sponsoring it.
Can we get sponsored by Robinson's?
Right. Basically, it's like concentrated juice, and you just pour a tiny bit, and then the rest is water. You just pour water, and it tastes like you're drinking fruit juice.
It's what everybody drinks here.
Yeah, and it's like there's no sugars or anything. It's just fruit juice, and I wish we had had that in America because all I drink there is soda pop. The mashed potatoes are from the real potatoes.
With a nice amount of butter, because we're not being stingy, and a tiny bit of milk, a tiny bit of salt.
I gotta show. I'll show this one. Somebody had a comment that got hidden.
Oh.
Because they put subscribe. Where was I? Because Chunky Vlog subscribed to K-Wire. All these people talking among themselves. I'm just reading through.
Have some nice chats, guys.
Having good chats. We're still on your questions though. We're gonna be here all day. Hey Huggy Face.
Got some more as well.
Hey Huggy Face, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe, and he already subscribed, but subscribe to Huggy Face. Shout out to Huggy Face. Big supporter of like my anime stuff for sure.
If you like anime too, go over and check his videos out.
Yes.
Should we? We still got some Dose of Childhood. Should we do some of those and
Cloud Runner showed up.
Oh hi! Don't worry, you're not late. You're late. But we have plenty of questions left.
We have plenty of questions.
Shout out to him. We've got some fun gaming videos.
Yes. You did well. Hello. I'm just looking through the comments real quick. Okay, I caught up.
Let's go. Well, since Huggy Face Gaming is here, he asked, "What anime are you most looking forward to in the future?"
Right now, like the near future, will be My Hero Academia Season 4.
Which I'm starting.
You'll be starting soon.
From the beginning.
She hasn't watched it yet, but she'll be starting
I never
soon.
liked anime. I never watched it.
And then I introduced her.
Introduced me, and now I'm an anime fan too.
You've enjoyed it so far. She's watched so far Naruto and Attack on Titan.
And
Promise Neverland.
And Promise Neverland. Oh, about that. And technically also Avatar
Last Airbender.
If you class that as an anime.
Yeah, if you class anime.
And some Pokemon, if you class that as an anime.
Well, Pokemon is anime, so there you go. But like what I'm really looking forward to out of all of those, as far as the ones we know are coming, I would say probably Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season.
What's gonna happen? We're gonna do a live stream on Attack on Titan on Friday.
Yeah.
What we thought of Season 3.
Yeah, what you thought of the whole series.
The whole series.
And also
because I've just binge watched it right now.
Exactly. But for things that haven't been announced, like Dragon Ball Super, if it ever comes back, if there's gonna be another season of One Punch Man, or Mob Psycho, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of anime that I like. Like, yeah. Were you always into anime? Nope. Nope.
You thought that it was only you
I
were
thought-
like weirdos.
I thought only weirdos like anime. I went through my whole life thinking that it was like weird, and it seemed like only the weird people in school liked anime. I had the stereotype that it was all like big boobs and
That's what I thought when he was like, "I want you to watch anime." I'm like,
and now that there is that stuff in anime,
yeah,
but it's not all about that. Like there's
some good stories.
There's some amazing stories in anime.
They make you cry a lot.
It basically, I got tired of like the shows that I have. I couldn't find anything good to watch anymore. Like even live action shows. Like there's not really anything to watch anymore, really.
I'm introducing you to a lot of English shows.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of shows that are like over now though.
Most of them are
nowadays. There's not really any shows to watch, but anime still manages to have really amazing storylines that are really creative, really fresh, and easy to get into that other shows just don't have. But basically, what I got into anime was probably, I would say, it's been a while now. I would say maybe 6-7 years ago.
Somebody gave you a DVD?
Yeah, when I worked at Walmart, I've been hearing about Naruto sometimes, and they talked about Naruto, and they had the DVD discs, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have anything to watch. I'll borrow the first disc set and check it out, and there you go. Because after Naruto, I watched Attack on Titan, and it just continued from there, and I just became a fan. And then I finally realized that it's like, wow, there actually are really good, amazing shows in anime that I've been missing out on. I watched Pokemon as a child. Pokemon was my childhood, but when I saw Pokemon, I thought all anime was like that. So I thought
really kidsy.
Really kidsy or really wacky. When they cry, it has like the spraying out of their eyes like a fountain. You know, the wacky stuff in anime. And I wasn't really too into that. I just like Pokemon itself. But she hasn't watched Dragon Ball. Nope.
Sorry, I haven't watched anything. We're getting through them as fast as we can.
We're getting through all the anime. I'm trying to get her to watch all the anime that is continuing so far. So like Attack on Titan,
so
My
that we
Hero.
can watch the next ones together.
Yeah, so when they come out, we can watch them.
Because we're trying to get through my shows and your shows, and I watch a heck of a lot more of your shows than you do of mine.
Yes. I like them. I know Dragon Ball is a continuing show, but it's kind of a long one, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about Dragon Ball. I feel like, personally to me, I feel like Dragon Ball is more of a boys' show. There's a lot of fighting, and there's not much story.
To be fair, there's a lot of fighting in Attack on Titan and Naruto. So.
Yeah, but there's more story involved. Whether in Dragon Ball, it's more like they have a villain, beat the villain, new villain, beat the villain, new villain, beat the villain. It's kind of like, you know, it has good stories. I love the stories. I love the characters, but I feel like sometimes I can't imagine a girl really enjoying Dragon Ball.
Although I wasn't sure I'd like Attack on Titan because I'm like, these big weird Titan things and they're just killing them, but I've ended up really liking it. So yeah.
Trust me in what I like.
I trust him in what he likes.
I like the Titans show. Said Dose of Childhood. Yeah.
It's really good.
You know which one I'm talking about? Oh, you mentioned it. Yeah, Attack on Titan is amazing.
I really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure because I just finished Naruto and I was mourning for the loss of all those characters, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to start. You still
have Boruto.
Yeah,
but Boruto,
if it gets out of filler ever.
If it ever gets out of filler. Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. I always say Hunter x Hunter because to me it sounds cooler, but I mean I know it's the wrong way. Is an anime I recommend. It's so good. That anime is my second favorite anime of all time. Is Hunter x Hunter. Like that show, I didn't expect it to be that good. I saw how it looks, the characters, how they look, and like Gon, how the main character looks, and I'm like, that show looks so kidsy and wacky, and the drawings are very simple. I'm like, no. But when I watched it, I was blown away by how good it was, especially like the Chimera Ant arc. If anyone ever watches that arc, that's like a masterpiece in anime storytelling. So you'll get to that one eventually. Though I'm waiting for that one to be completely out in Blu-ray before I have you watch it, because I have all the episodes, but I prefer to watch them on Blu-ray just because the quality is so much better. I don't know if hold on.
The light is starting to shine off into my eye, and I'm trying not to like be blinded.
Have you ever put her on the Promised Neverland?
Wait, we need to say thank you for the Chunky Vlog for coming. He's had to go to work.
Oh no! Well, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for joining.
It's been fun. Bye, Chunky. Have you put her on the Promised Neverland? Yeah, she's watched Promised Neverland.
I loved it so much, and like the music, I'm like na 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 na.
She loved the intro. The intro to me was the best one.
When they get rid of that intro for season 2, I'm gonna be so sad.
The intro for that has been probably the best intro of all of this year for anime.
The music is just like you can sing along. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it was really good, but she loved it because
the intrigue is just like
the intrigue and it's all intellectual.
Do you think
which you like?
What's the guy's name? Norman. Do you think he's dead? We don't think he's dead.
We don't think Norman's dead.
We've got hope.
That's spoilers for people, though, by the way.
Oh, sorry, guys.
If anyone's watched it, oh well, too bad. Happy for your journey in life so far, an upcoming event.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. You know what? I'll show your self-promotion. And Kaya. Kaya.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for coming.
We still got your questions to come. I'm trying to do them as people are here.
We are so far behind.
Oh no. Let's keep going. Questions. Let's go to KYA Gaming since he is here. And he says, what made you get into YouTubing, and how did you decide on what niche to go with?
Well, I said before that I was just inspired by other YouTubers, and I thought that I had a knack for it. I felt like I was...
Did you say a knack for it?
Yeah.
A knack.
Oh, never mind. It's hard for me to breathe and think. I have allergies right now, and my nose is clogged.
I wondered if it was one of those things where you heard it wrong.
It might be. But anyways, I just felt like I'd be good at it, or not good. Like I don't want to be like arrogant, but I felt like I had enough energy and like I could think up stuff really quick when I'm playing games. I picked gaming videos. I did skits at first, and it just didn't go very well. And it took so long to make.
They're really good though.
But they're not.
They're hilarious.
They're cringy. But I did gaming videos because I always loved playing video games. And my friend Levi always thought it was funny when I chatted or made comments about the game. So I thought, why not do that on YouTube? So there you go.
How did you and your lady friend meet? And what was it about her that made you say, hey, I would love for her to be in my life? That's a really good question. Thank you for asking.
Well, how we met isn't really, I don't really think it's that romantic.
Yeah, I don't know.
We met online.
It wasn't a dating website though.
No,
it was called Meet Me.
It's Meet Me, and it's probably the crappiest website you could meet someone from.
It's just to like.
I don't know how I met her from that site because there's so many weirdos on there.
There were some right weirdos.
There's some weirdos.
I mean, what were the chances? I was gonna delete the app as well, like the day that he messaged me, but he said I was like the only one who actually messaged back.
Yeah.
Because you put because I said I was in Spain and he put where in Spain.
Yeah. That was it.
That was the first thing he ever said to me. No pickup lines, just where in Spain.
Where in Spain. I was trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And because most of the time when I message people on there, I wouldn't get a reply. Like ever. You never get replies on there.
I would get a lot of guys trying to message me that they were kind of weird.
The pervy stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of weirdos on there. So I was so surprised to find her on there. And we chatted, and then we went off of there and texted instead of chatting on there.
The very next day. I was really, really hoping all that morning that I was going to get a text.
And we texted for like, what, 2 weeks?
10 days later, I flew back for Christmas, like from Spain. And we decided, and on a whim, I didn't think you'd say yes. I was like, hey, do you want to meet up? And you were like, yeah. I was like, oh God, what have I done? What if he's like a 40-year-old? Like,
I was thinking that she was probably like some druggy weirdo that was pretending to be nice.
My pupils are always really dilated. And so he decided off my photos that he got I was on drugs or something.
And I'm like, oh no, what if she's an old lady? Or what if it's a guy pretending to be a girl? And so we met.
Catfishing.
We met in the center, in the city center.
We did it properly.
Yeah.
Around lots of people.
Around lots of people, just in case that she was a psycho or I was a psycho. And yeah, we went to a cafe.
Had some lunch.
Yep. And just chatted the whole day. And it was really nice. It was
Ended
really lovely.
with a little kiss. But I was too scared to kiss you.
She was really
It
bashful.
took about half an hour to get him to kiss me.
Took a while. But I was patient because I didn't want to like pressure you and kissing me. And it was just really cute. We had a good time, and
it was really nice. And then I had to go back to Spain.
And then she had to go back to Spain, and then it was long distance from there.
For 6 months, 6.5 months.
Long distance for most of our beginning of our relationship.
But what was it about me that made you think, hey, I'd like her to be in my life?
Because you were so funny and so sweet.
Oh, this is just for my self-satisfaction here. Keep going.
So bashful.
And
your bashfulness showed your innocence and that you weren't like wild and crazy and like, you know.
On drugs.
On drugs. And it was just really, I felt really comfortable and happy being around you.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. That's all I knew.
So those are the questions from KY Gaming, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Really funny gameplay.
Yes. Love his voice.
Yeah, he's got a good voice for gaming.
His voice commentary on different characters, like the different voices it gives.
Let's go for, is it... I have the Instagram names on here, and sometimes they're different. Have we still got Born Bros? Do we have Born Bros? Is that what it is on YouTube?
Yeah.
Scroll up.
Born Bros. Yeah.
So he also asked how and why did you start YouTube? So we covered that, and how did you guys meet? He says, what's your favorite series of yours on YouTube right now?
Like
YouTuber? I think yours, like the ones that you're doing, and then probably also the different YouTuber.
My favorite series that I do on YouTube is probably just the gaming.
You really enjoy the gaming ones.
I love doing the gaming ones. I love editing them. Out of Red Dead and Walking Dead, I would probably say The Walking Dead, only because it's the easiest to edit.
Because the other one lags.
The other one lags, and it's a nightmare to sync the audio with the other one. What was that? Do you have flexible thumb or hitchhiker's thumb?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Tell us what that means and I'll answer. Or I'll look it up while you're explaining.
But yeah, probably the gaming.
That's a really good question, by the way. It's the most unique one I've ever seen.
But I'm really excited for the Pokemon reactions that will be coming out on Thursdays, because I've always wanted to do reaction videos. It's not fun to do them by yourself. You have to have somebody with you. So I was glad to have you watching Pokemon with me. So there you go.
Wait, a hitchhiker's thumb is a thumb that's hypermobile or very flexible and able to bend backwards really far. As far as 90 degrees. I don't know. How far are you supposed to be able to... Oh, is it the one where you can turn it really far back? I don't think I can. But I am double jointed, so I can like do that with my fingers, which he hates. I used to do little dinosaurs. He doesn't like them.
I'm very stiff. I'm super stiff.
You can't touch your toes.
I can't touch my toes. I can't bend in any which way.
I'm really flexible. I used to be able to like keep my hands clasped, step over them, and bring them over my head, but I lost that flexibility.
Oh. What's your favorite anime then? Since you said Hunter was your second favorite. My favorite is Naruto.
Has to be.
And
it's so long.
It's so long. We skip all the fillers.
He just skipped all the filler.
This is the thing, is I made it myself. I made the episodes myself, where I took the episodes and then I convert them to a different file so that I'm able to go in and edit the episode, and I cut out all flashbacks that are unnecessary.
There's so many flashbacks. Sometimes the episode would be like 10 minutes long.
And I cut out all the flashbacks, and I cut out, well, unless they're necessary, and I cut out all the filler. So it's just the story, how it's meant to be like in the manga. And that's how I watch it, and that's how I had her watch it. So, because otherwise it drags quite a lot. But it's my favorite, not only because it's my first real anime that I watched, but because I love the story of Naruto, the underdog story, and just the way it goes. The other storylines in it, like with Itachi.
Oh.
The
Naruto's
backstory.
mom and dad.
The backstory is like Naruto's mom and dad, and just
It's worth watching.
the creativity and the world of how this guy wrote this world, and chakra and the powers and Toby, the Akatsuki.
Akatsuki.
It's just a brilliant story. I love Naruto, and it's made for me. If a story can make me cry, if I'm able to get emotionally invested enough to where I can cry or feel something in the story, then that's where it's a good show for me. And Naruto's made me cry all the time. Yeah, I get the feels with Naruto, so that's why it's my favorite. Attack on Titan used to be my second favorite, and then it kind of dropped down to number 4, which is not bad. It's not saying it's bad. It's just there's so many anime I love that I can't fit them all at the top. So that Huggy Face said, "Will you ever do gaming videos with other people like online play?" Maybe.
You would like to.
I would like to. It's just hard to find like. You have to like plan it way in advance.
But if you want to plan it, let them know.
Right? Just let me know. We can try something. But yeah, it's hard to fit in stuff because my schedule was so like.
It's really random as well. All the schedules.
Yeah, because my work schedule is random. I don't have a set work schedule, so I never know what days I'm gonna be doing something. The only reason that my gaming videos and the Pokemon reactions are going to be set on a day is because I've edited them
so far in advance.
So far in advance.
He already knows what's happened at the end of The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead's been done for like a month now.
He'll say to me things like, "Do you remember when this happened?" I'm like, "I haven't got there yet. I'm like the rest of you, waiting for them."
So when it comes to online play, that has to be in the moment, and it's hard to find time. But I'd like to someday, at least. But yeah.
So we got. Wait, Cloud Runner was on here, right?
Yeah.
So, how long you did YouTube? What was the first thing you did or played on your channel? On this, what was the first one you did on
this channel? One? The very first thing I did.
Should I find out? Because he can't remember. It was so long ago.
It was a long time ago. I would have to say it's something to do with anime or gaming.
When
it's either gonna be Game of Thrones gameplay. The Game of Thrones Telltale game series or whatever, kind of like The Walking Dead.
Scroll all the way down.
That was one of the first I did, or it was Uncharted. I did the first Uncharted for a little bit.
While we're waiting, he also asked, how did you come up with the name DeGRA? Pronounced DeGRA, which I pronounced wrong to start with. I thought it was DeGRA or something.
It's DeGRA because the first part of it is Derek. The DE is Derek, which is my name.
Oh, it was a doodle vid was your first one.
Oh.
The one animation.
The one animation that I have on the channel.
Followed by Game of Thrones and Uncharted gameplay.
Yeah, I knew Game of Thrones or Uncharted had to be one of the first ones. I forgot about the animation that I made.
Because he loves animation, but it takes long.
It takes friggin' long time. But yeah, the first part is DeGRA is for Derek, and then the G and the R and the A is gaming and reviews and animations. There you go, that's DeGRA.
The one animation he started with.
I put one animation on the channel so I can justify that.
There was someone else who asked a really good question that I can't find that was really to do with that. I'll find out who it was. They said, how did you come up with Lemon DeGRA? So that's because I set up the Lemon DeGRA Instagram on Valentine's Day of this year for him because he really wanted to be really big on YouTube, so I wanted to try help promote him. So I set that up to try and kind of send it to people, be like, hey, do you want to subscribe and stuff like that. I called it Lemon DeGRA because my nickname is Lemon. I'm a lemon.
I call her a lemon, and the reason why is because whenever we're cuddling, sometimes I'll just give her a squeeze, and then she's like, "Oh, you like to squeeze me like a lemon," and I thought it was the most random. It was the most random comment. I'm like a lemon? Like that was the most random thing to say.
Squeeze lemon.
It was the most random thing. So like okay, and then just stuck. And
I've been a lemon ever since.
She's been a lemon ever since, and that's why she put.
That's why I called it Lemon DeGRA. Oh, I don't know who asked that. That's really disappointing. I thought I'd added it onto here. While I'm looking for it, why don't we go back? Oh wait, I think somebody joined.
Who joined? Rain Spartacus. Yes, thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well too. Everyone, subscribe to him, support him as well for joining our live stream.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's go to. There's so many. Let's go to Everyday Life with Kia because she joined in. How old are you?
I'm 26.
I'm 22.
There you go.
I'm the younger one. When we went to Spain and we saw your family, I don't know who it was because you got such a big family there. They were like, "Oh, you did good. Like she's really young."
Like, "Oh, you robbed the cradle." I'm like, "She's not that young."
When people saw photos of us, people always think I'm really young. So when people first saw photos of us,
they're like, "How old is she?"
How old is she? I'm like, "Well, like this is legal." I'm not like really little. How long have you and your girlfriend been together?
Like a year and
a half.
A year and a half, pretty much.
December 8th? No, it can't be the 8th, is it? I don't know. Oh no, I should know where.
It's December 28th, I believe.
Is it 28th? That's what I've come. It's December 28th. There we go. Is our.
I knew it.
I'm sorry. It's our anniversary, so yeah, a year and a half. Have we got some comments?
Those childhood said very intriguing, creative with the name. I love meaning behind the name, Lemon. I've always been wondering
Thank you for the
about
lemon.
the name. Yes. For DeGRA itself, it took me a long time to come up with that name because I wanted something unique, and it's so freaking hard to come up with a name for a channel. Like it's insanely difficult. And I liked the YouTuber that I liked was Tobuscus, and his name is Toby Turner, which is the toe part, and then the Uscus is from like Spartacus, from like the movie or whatever, and so he's a
No, I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, so he said Tobuscus. I like how Rain Spartacus has down there.
Oh, there you
go. So I wanted something like that. I wanted something where I could combine my name with something else, and then that's how I came up with it. And then Lemon, that's a good little story too. So, Rain Spartacus said, "You didn't have to do that. Thanks. Glad to see you both happy."
Oh, thanks.
I'll show that.
Happy little lemon.
I'm sorry if it blocks some of your comments, by the way.
When it talks about subbing, YouTube's a bit
when I put the word sub for sub, subscribe, because I don't want self-promotion, it will block you. But if you're saying like, "Oh, thank you for subbing, I'll sub back," it's okay. It's just if it gets blocked, that's why. So don't feel bad. It does it automatically. It's not me. It's a bot that does it. So.
We have got. Do you have any kids? And if not, do y'all want any?
No kids right now. I don't have any kids. She doesn't have any kids. But once we're married someday and have kids, yeah. How many did they say?
How many? Oh well, do you want any?
Oh.
Either 1 or 2, I think.
I always have been set on like 2 kids.
Boy and a girl.
Hopefully a boy and a girl. The typical American dream.
Like you and your sister.
Yeah, basically.
I'm an only child.
Oh, so sad. Spartacus said, "Oh, hey, it's fine. I don't mind. I don't want to break any rules."
It's only because YouTube kind of has an issue with the sub for sub thing, so we don't want.
So I'm trying to like make sure it's on there. But it's a bot.
So you don't have to self-promote. We're promoting for you.
Exactly. It says single father here, one of each.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm sure you're doing a good job.
I'm sure you do your best because I know it has to be difficult. I'm sure. So we'll find out eventually how it is.
Find out one day. Who are your favorite YouTubers and why?
My favorite YouTubers. My favorite one is probably Tobuscus. Because he's just hilarious. If you watch Tobuscus, if you ever go on his channel's kind of dead now. He's kind of just stopped doing YouTube a little bit. But if you ever go on his gaming videos, he has a Toby Gaming channel, as well as his Tobuscus. He has like 3 channels. But on Toby Gaming, if you watch his gaming videos, they're very similar to how I do them because I kind of like the things I say and the way I say some things, I kind of like in my mind, I've watched so much Tobuscus in my life that I kind of emulate it a little bit. like his energy in a way.
I can see in your original videos you were really like
Yes, because he would say random
channeling
stuff
him.
and be funny, and I would just laugh so much in his videos, and it's just I would watch his videos like every night before bed, like every new because he had a new video like every day.
I watch your videos before bed.
Oh,
You're my favorite YouTuber.
oh. So he was my favorite for comedy and stuff. Niga Higa was probably the first YouTuber I ever watched, and he just does skits. He does a lot more now. He does tons of stuff now, but he used to do just skits, and they were very low income, very crappy looking, but they were just so hilarious, like the way the creativity that he used in them. I like PewDiePie. I didn't always like PewDiePie. He's kind of grown on me as time went, but
I watched some of it. I like his ones that are just like funny skits, like when he's like reviewing.
When he's
funny
talking about
things.
something, a lot of
That's
his
where
game.
you got your meme review idea from.
Yeah, because I always wanted to like talk about memes, and then he's like, okay, just meme review. Like, okay, well, if he does it, then it must be a good thing to do. I've always wanted to do reactions to funny videos, even before he reacted to them, because that's kind of been a YouTube like cliche
Try
in
not to
general.
laugh.
Try not to laugh challenge and stuff like that. But those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I have a lot of YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, but
I've always just had Amazing Phil and Danny's Not on Fire, or now Daniel Howell. They were my like two YouTubers I always watched. I also do like there's one where what's it called? Oh no, I forgot what it's called. There's one where they do it's like game theory and film theory. They're quite fun because they like come up with some ridiculous. Because I like conspiracy theories. They come up with some ridiculous theories about all kinds of games and films. And
like
stuff
Mario
like that.
being like a psychopath.
Mario being a psychopath.
I tell you what, if you want kids and you're ready, it's easy if you have the right mindset. If you can't handle it, you ain't ready to be a parent. But just enjoy life for now. I would say each to their own. Plenty of time for kids.
We're not in a rush.
Taking things
We
slow.
want to be married first, and then wait and enjoy the married life a little bit before we have kids, because we know that that's going to be our lives after that.
Exactly. So like we're one step at a time.
I'm still young.
we're both still young.
I know,
and we're just
funny
taking our time.
In Europe, we seem to do things a lot later than in America. All his friends are married and have kids and have done all of that, and I'm like, none of my friends are even thinking about marriage yet.
In America, we move very fast. Like it's like right after high school, it's like marriage, kids, and then that's life.
We kind of go for a career first.
But here, yeah, and in Europe especially, they take it really slowly.
You're getting married in your 30s in Europe, like quite late on, having kids in your 30s, even maybe 40s sometimes. We do things later. We're slower with things here.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean, we're just like taking it nice and slow. No rush.
No rush. Even though his family keeps saying, when are you going to get married?
Like, oh, let's marry her. It's like, calm down, guys. What other anime reactors do you watch? I've seen you in one of them, but I don't remember what channel. Was it Hida22? I feel like I've seen you on one of them too. I like to watch Hida22. They're kind of a smaller channel. I think they got like 36,000 subscribers. But they do a really creative thing with how they react to their stuff. My favorite reaction channel is Blind Wave. I really enjoy watching Blind Wave. They watch loads of shows, everything from anime to live action to they're reacting to some movies now. They're a lot bigger channel. They're a huge channel for reactions. I used to watch one really small channel called Married to the Real, and it was this couple that reacted to stuff, but
like us.
Yeah, but they stopped doing reactions and started putting it on their Patreon because of copyright. So I don't really watch them anymore. There was another one that I watched, but I can't remember the name now. But Blind Wave and Hida22 were the two main ones that I watch. How did you two meet? I met my partner over Steam Left 4 Dead. Been together 8 years. We said it earlier, but we met on Meet Me online.
Just an app for chatting.
Just an app for chatting. It used to be called My Yearbook,
You've had it for ages.
I've had it when it was back when it was called My Yearbook. I had it when I was in high school. And it was like Facebook, but you just talked to everybody. It wasn't just family
I
and
think
friends.
because we were both kind of a bit lonely because he just moved to England and I just basically moved to
We
Spain.
both needed someone to talk to, and that's where we went, and that's how we met on there. Yeah, I think it was them. Oh yeah, I love Blind Wave. Yeah, it's probably Heat of 22, which is really cool. But yeah,
and they're
Blind
really
Wave.
nice. They're like really nice to the smaller YouTubers.
They're
as
really
well.
friendly to small YouTubers because they're big but they're small. So when they do live streams, they only have like a few people, so it's really easy to chat with them, and they're really supportive. Like they went on my other live stream, my Fortnite one back a while ago. So, but Blind Wave is my favorite. I watched Blind Wave when they were doing the Avatar: The Last Airbender reactions, and I just love the reactions, especially if you know their names. Eric, the one that usually sits all the way in the left, he's my favorite one because he's the one that reacts the most and has always the best questions and theories and like all that stuff. That's nice. Okay, Wars, how long did it take you to get over 1,000 subs, and how was the journey for you? Was it rough, stressful, fun, exciting, etc.?
It was stressful for me.
And what advice can you give to up and coming smaller YouTubers about growing their channel? Well, it took how long did it take us to
I
get to 1,000?
started in February, middle of February.
It took us about 1 month to get to 1,000.
Well, maybe a bit longer.
No, it took about a month. It was in March when I had 1,000.
And then to get monetized, it was until
It took 2 months, I think.
It was a lot of work on my behalf.
It was all her. It was literally all her.
I was messaging everybody, trying to get him. I was doing my final year degree at the same time.
She was using the sub for sub type of thing, to the max.
I was trying to not just get sub for sub because that's what people ended up doing. But I was asking if people wanted to mutually support each other.
Yeah, to make a community of people supporting.
Because I support loads of people. I've got so many subscriptions. But I support loads of people who are subscribed to you, and I want to be like a big community. Because I think if all the small I've got this dream. If all the small YouTubers could support each other, everybody could do really well. But a lot of people are just, if I'm like, hey, do you want to swap view time? They're just like this and oh, I've subbed, and it's like, thanks. But we've met so many great people, like the people on the live stream, who are really supportive, and that's really great. But it took a while.
It took a while, and I feel bad because all I did was just the videos themselves. Oh, hey, Kelly. There's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Well, she has a channel now too. Go subscribe to my sister. That's my sister, Kelly. So go and subscribe to her. She just started a channel.
And her boyfriend's got her fiance's got a channel too.
Yep, Save Cities is his if he's around. But yeah, she did all the work. All I did.
It was so stressful.
It was very stressful. We had a lot of stress.
And then we found out you have to get 4,000 hours. Do you know how long that is?
After getting to 1,000 subscribers, we're like, yay, we did it. And it's like, no, you need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. And it was like another whole challenge.
That averages 11 hours a day for a whole year.
It was a lot. It was a lot. So what we did was, I just made the videos and edit.
He does the editing, I do the promoting.
And she does the promoting. It really took the both of us to do it.
It does take two people, and I think having the mutual support kind of helps.
The only way one person could do it is if they had no job. Yeah. They just had all day to just focus on YouTube because it takes so much time and effort to do it.
When you're doing a job and I'm studying and working, it's a lot.
It's tough. It's really tough. But it's been interesting. It's been kind of fun. It's been nice to see more people commenting.
It's really nice getting a community together, getting to know the same people who always comment and who always support you.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see everybody, there actually is helpful people out there because we're like, are we the only ones that want to help? But then you find there is people out there who want to help and contribute to each other's channels. But the 4,000 watch hours. Whew. That took about 2 months, and that was basically getting other people to replay your videos over and over and over.
Usually playing
and then we play theirs, videos. And then we would just run on several tabs my videos all day, all night, just to get there. It was tough. That was really tough.
It was stressful. Because for like me.
It was very stressful for her because it was like.
But every time I was doing my uni work, like writing my dissertation, I've got 3 tabs running on.
Whenever I go to bed at night, I had all like 5 tabs open of my videos playing on a playlist, and we got there. It took a long time, but we got there after a while.
Hey, welcome back, Cloud Runner. We answered your questions. Do you want to quickly say again why you're called DeGRA? What it stands for? Because he asked that.
Oh, DeGRA is Derek. The DE is Derek, which is my name, and then the GRA is gaming, reviews, and animations.
Or you should probably change it just to anime.
Anime reviews. Well, reviews was for like TV shows, and anime like reviews is for reviewing anything, and then animations is my animations. But I only have one on there on
it's
the
a
channel.
good one.
It is pretty good. I was proud of it when I made it. What advice would we give to upcoming smaller YouTubers?
You had, oh no, never mind.
That was
yeah.
it. So what advice would we give to upcoming YouTubers?
Make sure that you've got someone to support you. Because you were saying like none of your friends thought that it was.
None of my friends or family really support me. My sister kind of does, but like my parents, my best friend Levi, like in America, like a lot of them, they don't really think YouTube is like anything.
A lot of people have said that to me on Instagram as well. They're like, but my friends don't really watch me. They think it's stupid.
They think it's stupid. They're like, why are you doing that? There's no point. And it's like, but it's fun. And that's the thing.
You should do it for the fun of it.
Do YouTube for the fun. Our mom thinks it's dumb.
Not for the money.
My sister's our mom thinks it's dumb.
Whenever you post like clips of it, she's like, "Oh, look at you two."
Yeah, you two are so silly. It's like, why are you guys doing that? It's like it's fun.
When I did his makeup, his mom's like, "What are you doing?"
And that's the key: is that do YouTube if it's fun for you. If you actually enjoy what you do. Don't do what other people are doing. Just do what other people are doing. Like, sometimes people tell me, like, oh, you should play these certain games or do these certain things, like, that are popular. But it's like, if I don't enjoy it, then what's the point? But luckily, I enjoy playing video games, so it's not a problem. But there's some people who, like, maybe they want you to do a certain type of video that other people are doing. Don't follow that. Just do what you think is fun to do for you and what's fun to edit.
You're not gonna make like a millionaire out of it.
You're not gonna make money
unless you have to be really lucky.
Unless you have thousands upon thousands of subscribers and people watching your videos, you're not gonna make much money.
Even then, the mid-level ones still kind of say it's kind of tough. You're not really making a proper living out of YouTube.
Exactly. Like I would say that on average, every video that I post makes about 30 cents. On average, it makes about 30 cents, which I guess adds up after a while, but it's not the dollars and hundreds that people were thinking.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Safe City, that's my sister's fiance. He's got his own channel as well. He does a lot of Fortnite gaming. So if you like that, make sure you go and subscribe to him for joining on here. Let me read through the stuff really quick. But yeah, if do YouTube for fun, not for money. Just do it on and don't stress about being like on a certain time and all that. Just figure out what's best for you, and
you find scheduling videos really helps.
The best advice I can give is schedule your videos. Basically, record a whole bunch of stuff, edit all that stuff, and then have like a day. Like I'm gonna post on Mondays or Tuesdays or have certain days, and then schedule those videos for those days. And then always, if you have one video come out a week, edit one video a week so you always stay ahead by one. And then that's so much easier than trying to I need to edit 5 videos this week, and it gets too much. So scheduling really helps. Can you just put in the video I want this video to be posted on this day, and then it will be posted on that day and time that you want it to be posted, and it's so helpful. That's what I do for my gaming, and it's it's the nicest thing ever because I'm like a month ahead. And I can just lay back and just be like, yeah, I know a video's coming out on Saturday no matter what. Unless if I slack off for a month, then yeah, it'll catch up. But I don't have to worry about it as much. So looking down all through these. I don't even make videos though. Oh, well, it's okay solo if you don't make videos, but
Just enjoy the other people.
just enjoy the other people that are if they subscribe to you. I guess just take it.
I have on my channel, which I don't produce videos, I have like 60 subscribers or something.
It's fun. I agree. I think y'all asked some of the questions already.
We can go quickly through them again.
How old are you?
22.
I'm 26. Y'all want kids someday in the future?
One day.
One day. Sorry for asking again. I missed it.
That's all right.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Yes,
We've still got some of your questions.
Yes, Francesca, I love you.
Oh, love you too.
Supporting your man.
It's nice though, like to support people, and I support everybody on here. I'm like the mother of everyone. Just supporting everyone. I don't do it myself.
I was at work and missed a few questions.
Oh, hope work was okay.
I agree. Bring out your own creativity and share that with others. You never know who you may attract, which is true. You never know who's gonna like what videos.
Like me. Like I liked your videos.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're always your own worst critic.
Oh yeah.
Critic. I can't breathe.
It's really warm in here. I might open a window if you would excuse me.
You're always your own.
To open the window.
You're your own worst critic. So like, if you think, man, this video I made sucks, no one's gonna like it. Some people might like it. So that's what it came with her. Like, I thought my videos sucked because I had no subscribers, nobody watched them. And then she watched them and she's like, oh, I think they're really funny. I enjoyed them. I thought she was just being biased because she's my girlfriend. She has to say that. But apparently she really enjoyed them. So we share it with everybody else. And there's some people who seem to really enjoy it too. So thank you guys so much.
I'm missing a key.
Oh,
this isn't going well.
Oh, no. I'll keep going.
Keep going without me.
Yes, say that again. Aww.
Said something inspiring. Huh.
So we said something inspiring. Life with the Cobbles.
Thank you for making it.
We've been going for like an hour and 11 minutes.
And we still
have loads of questions.
There we go. We got a window open now.
When are your guys' birthday? How do y'all meet? How long have you been together? Birthdays?
8th of June.
September 27th.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a real Gemini as well.
And I'm a real Libra.
Wait, no, Libra and Gemini, because his mum really likes, oh, Andy.
Oh, there. Thank you so much for the donation. That was so nice. You didn't have to do that.
That's your second donation of the month.
You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much for the support.
Subscribe to him.
Subscribe to him. He's really nice.
What was it? Oh yeah, his mum really likes horoscopes, and so do I. And she's like, oh, Libra and Gemini go really well together. Like, yeah, we do. What else?
We met on Meet Me, which is like it's an app or a website.
When I was in Spain, he would just move to England.
You just chat with random people on there. There's a bunch of weirdos on there, so don't expect to find anybody.
I wouldn't go there expecting anything.
I didn't expect to find anybody, so I was lucky when I got here.
Like you always find a partner when you're not looking. Like when you're really looking, you're like, I really want to get a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and you know, like it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
It's just gonna happen.
You kind of just have to give up.
Yeah.
And then you end up finding somebody. It's the most random thing. And how long we've been together? Pretty much like a year and a half. Year and a half. Yep. So it's going good. Yes, to say I'm not a gamer. I love your videos. Oh, that was the Dear Diary.
No.
Thank you so much.
I'm not really into gaming either, but I do like watching you play them.
Oh, I do my best to make them fun to watch and interesting. It's difficult with Red Dead sometimes because I'm just riding a horse for like half the video, and there's nothing you can really do to make it interesting. So I do my best, but I enjoy playing video games, and that's why I have other videos like memes.
You've got like
funny
a range,
videos.
so you kind of for everybody.
I try to make it where I have something that everybody can enjoy. Like, you know, I don't keep it just to gaming, at least. Yeah, I met my fiance on Tinder and my ex on Tinder.
It seems to be like a thing that people do. I mean, it's hard to go out and meet someone.
I would say Tinder is probably more tricky to find somebody on there.
Because everybody's looking for.
So like, you got lucky to find a fiance on there.
It's good though, and like you're always gonna meet someone, and you can meet people who are from really far away. You know, because if you're only meeting people in your town or wherever,
It's difficult.
It's smaller, but with the internet now, you can meet anyone.
My sister said, I want to do one of these for Andy's channel. It looks fun.
It's good. You just need loads of questions.
Just ask people loads of questions.
We've been really lucky, and everybody's given us so many.
We have tons of questions.
Which we better carry on with. We'll carry on with. I really like with Kia's questions. You poor thing. Your favorite food?
Pizza, pepperoni pizza, the greatest food on this planet.
Even all my healthy food I make.
The greatest food on this entire planet. And I make my own.
He does. He makes really nice.
I make my own pizza from scratch. I make the dough from scratch.
It's really
I
good.
make the sauce from scratch.
I don't let him do pepperoni all the time because it's processed meat and it's not good for you. And I don't like spicy that much. But
I like all foods now. So
everybody likes pizza.
What was yours?
Mine's a Ukrainian dish.
Oh.
Mine's pierogi. Some people call it pierogi. It's a little circle of pasta. You put some cheesy mashed potato in the middle, fold it so it's like a little semicircle, and just boil it for a few minutes. Have it with like some fresh cream and some fried mushrooms and stuff. So good. You've not had it yet.
No, but I was the mushrooms.
Oh, here's my mushrooms. Without mushroom for him.
Oh, there you go. He said yes.
We were talking about sushi yesterday on Totally Outnumbered's channel. You see, I kind of like sushi. It depends what kind of sushi. You really don't like sushi.
No, if it was cooked. I'm not really a fan of raw foods. I like things to be cooked and hot. I don't like cold food.
Yeah, whenever it's cold chicken, he's like, can I have it warmed up?
And I'm like, oh, I bought this chicken, and you can eat it completely
it's
cold.
Fine. It's cooked already. You eat it cold in a sandwich.
And then like,
no. And you don't like leftovers either.
No.
You have a thing about leftovers.
I have a thing about leftovers too, depending on what it is. If it's like Pizza Hut and it's leftover, I'll eat it.
Pizza.
Thank
you for coming solo.
Oh, thank you so much.
We could have a chat.
It was fun, and I'll probably see you around. If I ever catch Hida 22's live streams, because they play at such weird times, I'll probably see you on there. Pineapple on pizza though. Pineapple is disgusting on pizza. No,
You were saying yesterday that you really like pineapple.
I like pineapple. It's one of my favorite fruits. Fruit is a weird thing to put on pizza though.
You don't even like sweet corn on pizza, because I really like sweet corn on pizza. We call it sweet corn. I think you just call it corn.
It's just corn. Yeah. But I've eaten pineapple on pizza, and it's fine. I can eat it.
I don't think it's an abomination like some people make it.
I think it's not right, but I'm able to eat it. Mm-hmm. It's just that I'm like, oh, why? You know, I prefer other flavors. I used to hate sushi, but now I love it. It's my second favorite food. You can have teriyaki chicken sushi.
Well, that sounds nice. I'd try some of that.
I'd try it, but no guarantee. You subscribe, shout out. Nate Dog Vlogs. Have we shouted them out?
I'm not sure if I know who they are.
If we haven't shouted Nate Dog Vlogs out, shout out to them. Go and subscribe to them for joining on the live stream. And it gets difficult after a while. There's so many people.
If we haven't shouted you out yet, just leave us a comment. We will.
Sweet corn on pizza is so good. Yes, is what Andy said.
He called it sweet corn too. It's not just me.
No, there is sweet corn in America, but then there's also corn. There's like corn and sweet corn.
Confusing.
It's different.
Thanks for joining, Cloud Runner. See you again soon. Everyone subscribe.
My sister said, ew, pineapple pizza belongs in the trash.
I don't go for it personally. Like, I wouldn't choose it to eat, but I wouldn't care if someone did do it.
Thank you for watching, Cloud Runner. Thank you so much. Leave a like if you haven't, and hopefully you can come back or catch another live stream sometime.
So, still on Everyday Life with Kia.
Yeah.
What's your biggest pet peeve? Good question. I'm not sure.
I have no idea what my biggest pet peeve would be.
Oh, that one stumped us.
I can name like people eating with their mouths open.
Oh, I don't like that. When I can hear people chewing really loudly and everything else is silent, it kind of I don't like it.
I don't know.
I don't like having my hands dirty. When I'm like gardening or stuff and I don't like it. People walking slow, yes. In Spain, everybody walks so slow, and they take up the whole pavement.
It's when they're not only walking slow, but yeah, when they're taking
somehow,
up the whole thing.
There'll be 2 people, and somehow you can't get past them.
And
Yes,
I will literally risk my life and go on the road to get around them because
you are a super fast walker. I thought I walked pretty fast. He walked like Naruto speed.
I do the Naruto run. Walk slow people is definitely one. I can't stand when people walk slow.
Good one. Yes. What does your girlfriend do? I study. I'm at university. I was saying I just finished my Bachelor of Arts in Spanish and Italian with a first class degree. And I'm doing a master's next year. But I also work as a freelance translator for the past like 2.5 years. And that's the job I want to do. And I'm also a tutor for primary and secondary English and maths. Okay, I'm doing a lot of stuff right now.
My sister said, yes, we walk fast. She said, me, you, and Dad walk so fast. We always leave mom.
Is that a family thing?
We always leave mom behind. My mom's a little slow.
Whenever we're walking with my mom and dad, they're just like, go on without us.
Just because I'm just really fast.
And I have quite stubby legs, so I kind of have to do 10 steps to his 1 step. And I'm always like, can you slow down slightly? Everyday life with Kia. Any challenges so far within your relationship? That'd be the long distance.
The long distance. There's always challenges in a relationship. I mean, like, once you've been dating a while, you get more comfortable, and then things start to, like, that you don't like or whatever, but...
You start noticing more things about people, but
yeah.
they're not like, you can call them quirks rather than faults.
Yeah.
You kind of like them for it, in a weird way.
in a weird way. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a learning experience.
But a good one.
You're learning, right? Yeah, it's a good learning experience.
Yeah.
Where you find out more about the person and how to get comfortable with them and learn, like, how to be around them and stuff.
But that's what I think because we started long distance.
So it was
for the first 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Which was a tough way to start a relationship. But we Skyped, but it's not like the same. Every time I came over, we met like a little bit. But I think on the positive side, long distance means that you have to get to know the person. We talked so much about everything.
You get to know at least their personality through talking online.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you finally with them, then you get the quirks and like how they are as a person. But yeah, I mean, that's probably the most difficult thing with long distance.
It was a challenge that we got through. It got harder the longer it was because like towards the last few months we just wanted to be together. It was really difficult. At least we had a date where I was gonna come back from Spain.
Oh my gosh, so many now. Hold on. OMG, Francesca, you are amazing. Keep going.
You're amazing.
Kaya.
Thank you.
Andy learned to walk my speed, but he doesn't walk as fast.
It's you two making us all walk really fast.
That's my slow walk too. Like I don't even. That's my normal.
You said your cousins walked even faster than you.
My cousins Marta and
it's a family
Candela,
trait apparently.
They walk faster than me. They walk so fast, I'm like my feet were hurting. Fantasy football and NBA said, how are you?
Hi,
thank you. Thank you for joining. Shout out to them if they have a channel. I don't know. If they do, go on their channel and subscribe and support each other. Said long distance is the best way to start because then when you do get together, you appreciate it more.
You really do appreciate your time together.
That's my sister.
Yeah, because they started the same as us. And you do then appreciate it. Like some people are sometimes like, oh, I'm kind of fed up of spending time with them. And it's like, don't you know how difficult it is being away from them?
Don't you know the pain of being away for so long?
Having to Skype.
And like text all the time.
Oh, it's so hot in here. Why is it so hot?
What's happening? Talking with QandA.
Hi, thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. Subscribe to them on their channel. Support everybody.
I've still got your questions to come. I'm trying to do them as people are on, so that you get your questions answered.
it's a lot of questions to go through. They said, what did they say? They said, I'm your big fan. Oh, thank you, fantasy football. Thank you so much. Talking with QandA said, I tried long distance and it didn't work for me.
It's difficult.
It's not for everyone.
It was only.
It's definitely not for everyone.
It was only going to be 6 months. like there was an end date to the long
When
distance.
you know there's an end date, you can persevere.
Mhm.
But when you don't know if you're ever gonna see that person or
Then
how it's gonna work,
that would be really hard.
it's really tricky.
Mm-hmm.
But then also long distance, if it's like 2 years,
I
like
don't think we could have lasted that long.
Like military couples and stuff, they have issues with it
So,
because
yeah.
that's a long time to be long distance. Because then it's like you don't even know the person, like not know them, but like see them.
You've got to. There's comes a point where you need to just be together.
You need the
to
human.
really get to know each other.
You need the human interaction.
You need hugs.
You need hugs and cuddles and kisses.
Yeah.
So it's not for everyone, and it
It's
is
super difficult.
It is very difficult. And the longer it is, the more difficult it is.
Mm-hmm. It really did get so difficult towards the
It
end.
got really well. That's because you would come back and we would see each other, and the more that she did that,
yes,
the more difficult it got to be long
true.
distance.
At the beginning, when that's all we knew, it was okay. But then I kept coming back. Like I came back at Easter, and then I came back quite a few times, like for my birthday and stuff. And then it was like, but I know what it's like to be with them.
Because then it was like 1 month of long distance was like insanely difficult.
Was really long because we did 3 months. Okay, then every day became like a whole month in itself.
I'm from India. Where are you from?
Nice. I've never been.
Never been to India.
I'd like to one day.
I'm from America.
Patriot.
America.
And I'm from England.
Oh, there you go. That's where we're from. The Gunder Muffin says British chicks are hot. Well, there you go.
Do you concur?
I agree. I have proof.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. If you have a channel, go and subscribe to hit that person's channel. For joining our live stream, thank you so much. I don't know.
Figured out why I'm so hot and you're so cool. You're in the shade. I'm in the sun right now.
You want to switch places?
No, I'm just gonna pull the blinds.
Oh, so many questions. I don't know what Kim Wide 2.0 means though.
That's better. What's this?
Kim Wide 2.0.
Okay. Wait, what? Talking with Kinjay came up. So she was asking how long we've been dating. A year and a half. Do you plan on having kids eventually? One day after we're married. We want to do it right, hopefully.
Do it the right way.
Do it the traditional way.
Yeah.
And what made you start a YouTube channel? What are your channel goals? That's a good one. We've not had. What's your goal with this channel? Like, where's the end
become
game?
the very best, like no one ever was.
Nice. Nice reference.
No, I don't know. Just I feel like to just keep going. I feel like we're at a good point that is comfortable. I think we're in a comfortable area. We're already monetized. We have the 1,000 subscribers. So now it's just making content, slowly gathering more people to the channel.
Trying to create a community.
Trying to get a community, and just be creative. Think of new videos to make. Just keep doing what we're doing pretty much. If it's working, it's working. Whatever doesn't work, we scrap, and just do that, I guess. There's not really like there's not like a goal of like, I want to make money on YouTube someday and quit my job and do YouTube. That's not the goal.
Be nice.
That would be nice, but if you have that goal in mind, you're not going to achieve it because it's one of those that
so difficult.
It's so difficult.
I feel like at the beginning, like when YouTube first started, like all the big YouTubers were there from the beginning when it was really easy to get visibility because there was only a few people.
Yeah.
Now there's tons of people. It's so hard to get any visibility from anyone.
It's a hard process, so you have to do it for fun. And really it's become just kind of a thing for fun because I have my own goal for my own career that's not YouTube, and you have your career that's not YouTube. So YouTube's kind of just a thing that we do for fun.
Just a little fun thing.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your favorite movie?
I always struggle with that one.
I don't have a favorite movie. I have a favorite movie series, which is Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie series.
I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, which that's 3 movies. So, of the 3, the third one, The Return of the King, is my favorite movie. Then, but
I don't know what mine is. I don't watch.
Forrest Gump. I'm just joking.
That one made me cry.
She cries.
I cry really easily. I don't particularly have favorite films in a way. I used to love Princess Diaries.
Oh.
I like the one with Sandra Bullock. What's it called?
Blindside?
No, the one with Sandra Bullock. She's been in everything. The one which is her being a spy thing. I don't know. Anyway.
Was it a comedy one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know then.
But yeah.
Wow. Favorite book?
I have so many. I've got all my books all up there.
Again, for me, it'd be a book series and not one book. Off the top of my head, I really loved when I was in high school. I really loved the Alex Rider book series, where he's like a spy, a 14-year-old spy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like kidsy though. It was some serious crap. Like my God, like the the darkness that he had to go through in that series. But it was a really cool series, really realistic in a lot of ways. That was my favorites. And also the Edge Chronicles. If anyone's ever heard of that, that's a really cool series for kids. Kind of bloody though a little bit sometimes, but it is considered to be a
For kids.
I like Harry Potter, of course. You know.
We went to that's why I took him to the Harry Potter studios in London.
That was so fun. What would you say yours?
Oh, I don't know. I read a lot. I like Italian and Spanish literature as well, so I've got a lot of literature. I love literature. I like
learning stuff.
Yeah, I like learning stuff. It sounds really boring, but I love reading books about language. Just like how language is used, how it's evolved, everything like that. I find that really interesting.
And conspiracy theories.
I love conspiracy theories. I've got a lot of books on that too.
British versus American etiquette.
That is something we have come to terms with.
That's probably one of our biggest struggles.
That's one of our biggest relationship struggles, the difference between what I expect and what you expect.
Because it's a completely different culture.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we forget that it's a different culture.
Yeah, sometimes we expect each other to kind of be the same. And
we're not the
same.
Because it's a completely different world. And we're in a completely different, it's very different etiquette styles.
Like using a knife and fork.
Using a knife and fork.
We always use a knife and fork.
Is super important.
Whenever you're eating, you use a knife and fork.
And I have noticed when I look around at British people, they're all using a knife and fork. Like, and it's like, wait, what?
You're just there eating with your hand.
Because that's our way of eating in America, and it's completely fine for us. But I'm in England, and sometimes it's like it's different. It's a different culture. Different expectations.
And the way that you talk to people, like sometimes you think we're being mean, but we think we're being polite. It's like, how is that possible? You're like, but why don't you just tell them that you don't like them to your face? I'm like, that would be rude. We have to pretend to like them. You're like,
not tell them to their face, but like, I don't know.
It's difficult. There's a lot of differences.
There's a lot of differences.
And in language, different words.
A lot of different words. Yeah.
Like trying to learn driving theory, and I'm like down the dual carriageway, and you're like, what's that?
What's a dual carriageway?
Divided highway, I think you call it.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot about each other.
It's a lot of learning experience.
But it's good.
Because you think, oh, we both speak English, so we both should be the same. It's like, no, it's a completely different culture in England than in America.
But it's good. It's good. People say, differences are bad things, but I think it's actually really good. It makes you a more tolerant person, it makes you a more understanding and empathetic person, and we're all different, and that's good. We should celebrate that.
Exactly.
Let's finish off with everyday life with Kia's questions. What's your favorite game to play and why?
My favorite game? My favorite video game? For my channel or just in general? I would just do in general. My favorite video game of all time is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Didn't used to be. It used to be Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. But then Breath of the Wild came and just like blew my mind. And I love that game. I could play that game all the time. It's such a huge world in the game that even today, I will still find new things that I haven't seen before. It's so like huge. What was the second part of that?
And why?
And why? Well, that's why.
What's your favorite show and why?
Favorite show? Anime or live action?
You're not a massive fan of live action.
Well, live action, my favorite show of all time is Game of Thrones. Amazing story.
I've not watched it.
I know people complain about the last season. I don't mind the last season. It was rushed. It did have issues, but the ideas that they had were brilliant. So it was like give and take. My But Game of Thrones, definitely all-time favorite show. I like Lost, and I like Doctor Who. I like Sherlock. I like some of your
I've been
shows too.
introducing him to English shows. You're really liking Doctor Who. You really like Sherlock as well.
Yeah, I love them.
If you've not seen them, you should watch them.
I
If you want
was-
a bit of English culture.
I love Sherlock right away.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Who was kind of a growing one for
There's
me.
certain episodes that are better than others.
Yeah, because Doctor Who at first did feel really cheesy and like
In a cute way.
like in a key. I wasn't taking itself seriously, and it was like, what the hell is this? But then the more you know the characters and the more you know the story of where it's going, it's like, okay, yeah, this is actually really good.
Oh, thank you for coming. At least we got through all your questions. Everyone subscribe to Kia. Some really great positivity and inspirational videos.
A ton of inspiration for like taking care of others and being a good person.
Just being a nice person in general.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Kirk versus Picard, that's a tough one. You won't have an opinion on this.
I don't know.
This is why I become the geek and he isn't. Jean-Luc is probably... Oh, that's too difficult. To be honest, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. My favourite Star Trek is actually Voyager. I just think the story's a bit better. Some of the ones from Enterprise go a bit off tangent. I've not watched many Kirk ones because they're very old now, but he started it, so you can't knock him for that. So I would say overall, has to be Kirk, but I've watched more Picard ones. I'll eventually get him to watch some Star Trek, but in a while.
DS9 is my personal favorite.
That one I don't know what it is, I'm afraid. Maybe I'm not a true fan. I don't know.
And if it's not Star Trek, it's a different show. I have no idea what it is either.
Oh, Deep Space Nine, he means. Okay.
Oh,
you see, I haven't watched many Deep Space Nines. I never got into it that much, but it is still good. The ones I've watched are quite good. There's a lot of Star Trek. The newer season, I've not watched as much. I didn't get into that one either, but it's all good. Let's go with Pixel K. I don't know if she'll manage to make it. She's working.
Oh.
But she asked, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about YouTube?
Favorite thing is probably...
Oh,
no. We're dead. We're dead. Oh, at least it didn't stop the stream.
That's so professional.
That was very professional, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed us falling off to our deaths.
Hope you didn't get seasick or something.
Seasick.
Oh, travel sick.
Oh, goodness. Well, we're standing up now, at
Sorry,
least.
guys. That was my fault. we're plugged in.
We're plugged in. It's okay. We survived. Oh, I thought it stopped the stream.
Kia, thanks so much.
Oh,
you didn't have to.
Oh, thank you, Kia.
Oh, look at you. That's really sweet. Thank you.
You didn't have to do that. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was really nice. Whoa, 3D features.
Right?
Everybody was like, whoa. Everybody was watching and they were like, whoa.
Come join us in the room. Oh, we were talking about the best and worst things about YouTube.
Oh yeah, so the best is probably the community.
Yes.
That's probably the most nice thing about it, is that there's actually people out there who support other YouTubers and comment. It's nice to see comments on videos, like genuine ones, not the ones that are like, awesome. And you're like,
yeah, you've not watched
and you're like, great, thanks.
No, it's...
But the ones that actually like put effort and comment and like talk about it and like, oh yeah, thanks. And then just that it's fun to make YouTube videos. The worst thing about YouTube is probably different for you. For me, the worst thing is copyright.
Copyright.
And how YouTube handles copyright.
You struggle a lot with that.
I struggle a lot with that. Most of the Pokemon reactions that haven't been uploaded yet, they're all fine. They're all uploaded. They're just in private. But it's kind of tricky because you never know when it's gonna get copyrighted. And when it's copyrighted, they just like block the whole video, and then they could strike you. And you're like, look, I'm doing fair use. It's only 10 minutes of footage. It's chopped up. It's even altered. It's like transparent and all that. And yet it still gets copyright because they're so friggin' picky about it. Even music, like a tiny little piece of music, it's copyright. Oh, that's copyright. The whole entire video will now get monetized for our benefit. It's like, why? they just handle it in the most stupid way, and sometimes it's hard to know what's copyright and what's not. It's like it's just a mess sometimes. When I first started, not when I first started, but when I was kind of in the February March, I think I was doing manga chapter reviews of the Boruto manga, and I did like two or three of them, and one of them got copyright striked, and then real quickly the other one got copyright striked, and I
I'm
had
being
to
cooked. Hang on.
oh I had to delete all of them. But those strikes, I had to wait 3 months for those strikes to go away. If you get 3 strikes, you lose your channel. And it's like I didn't even do anything wrong. I put some photos of the manga, but like one or two, like it wasn't even that much, and they were altered. I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit
He's still
too
salty.
strict. I'm still salty. They're a little bit too strict on copyright.
Yeah, and then it's only sometimes it's like they copyright just this tiny bit of a video.
Yeah, and then the whole thing's compromised.
But it's like we own that specific part, and it's like why not the whole?
Yeah,
what's up with that?
That's the other thing too. When they copyright the Pokemon reactions, they'll be like, "This 2 minute section is copyright." It's like technically the whole thing would be then, wouldn't it? Because all your footage. But I don't know. Copyright is one of the most stupid things. I think. Like I understand it. If somebody posts a full video of somebody else's, then yeah. But I'm reacting to something. It's altered.
You're kind of
it's cut
helping
up.
to promote them in
It's
a way.
promoting
as well.
them, yeah. They're getting free promotion, but it's not good enough for them, I guess. But
a lot of people do clearly go on to like watch a full anime episode without having to pay for it on Crunchyroll or whatever.
The other thing is that I don't know how sometimes people do copyright because there's some people that watch.
Yeah, sometimes we watch people and it's like, how is that not copyrighted?
They have the whole episode sometimes of a show,
and
I'm like, how?
Not even edited in any way. Like it's legit.
It's the
just
whole
there.
thing, and like, how did they do that? I don't get
What's
it.
What's the secret?
Yes, I love genuine comments, said Dear Diary. And also that to me it seems they get stricter and stricter. Yeah, it seems like it's just growing tighter, like they're just kind of choking everybody. And they really attack small YouTubers, which I think is unfair.
And I've seen a lot of small YouTubers complaining like YouTube doesn't care about us, and you know they do help the bigger ones a lot more.
Yeah, they really do.
Because you originally when you first started were monetized. Everybody was monetized, right? But then they made it like, oh, it has to be 4,000 hours.
It's like, what?
In 12 months. And I get it, because there's so many YouTubers now. If everybody got paid, you know, it'd be a lot of money, but...
I don't know.
You know.
It's just weird.
So, we shall move to... Let's finish off Doses of Childhood's questions. When did you move to Europe, and why?
I moved to Europe in, like...
2 years ago, maybe?
Almost. It's about the time we've known each other. Over a year and a half. Year and a half ago. It was in December 8th. That's why you said December 8th.
Oh,
because that's when I moved to.
I knew there was a reason that date was in my head. No, but you moved to Europe, to Spain in the June.
I moved to Spain first in June. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's 2 years since you moved to Europe.
Oh yeah, basically. Yeah. And the reason why, because my parents. I was living with my parents at the time, and they're like, we want to move. Well, my dad mostly wanted to move to Spain because America is very expensive. America is very like all they want is your money and taxes.
Capitalism.
And everything was like sucking our money away. And it's like we can go to Spain, and Spain has healthier food, better weather, better everything. He had like this dream of Spain. It's easy to get a job.
Because your mom was originally from Spain.
And my mom's from Spain, and we have family there. So we're like, let's just go to Spain. Go to Spain, and I'm like, well, I can't be here because I don't speak Spanish. How am I gonna get a job? So then I went to England. They stayed in Spain, but then they were never able to find jobs, and everything they did was very difficult. It's a socialist country. And everything they do is very
very different to America.
It's very different to America, and a lot of people like not scammed them, but like they lost a lot of money from people just being like stupid. Like for instance, they wanted to bring their car from America to Spain, and the regulations in Spain was like you have to have like the red colored lights or something in the back. And if they're not, then you can't drive it or something. There was so many different tiny little regulations that were super expensive and made no sense. And they lost a lot of money, so they decided to go back to America and just stay there. So I got left behind. I got left here because I actually found a job here in the UK, and I got my girlfriend. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm the one who managed to settle over here. They didn't, so they had to go back. America is expensive, very expensive. The thing is with America, you can get paid well in America, but everything is like
with the food. Like we bought something, it was £30 in total, and you were like, in America this would have been like $100.
because like here, what bread is like what 90 cents or lower. I don't even know. 90p pence or lower. Milk used to be like a pound here. Now it's like a pound something or whatever. In America, it's like $5 or more.
But I mean, you got to take into account the exchange rate. But still,
even with the exchange rate, it's
proportion of wage.
It's not just food, but also like phone bill. My phone bill in America was like almost $80. I think it was $75 a month.
Mine's just £10 a month.
And my phone bill here is £10 a month. Now, even with exchange rate, that's a big free. That's just phone, let alone internet and car insurance and all that stuff. It's just it adds up in America. America is really expensive.
Did you read as well the fact that they said it seems that they get stricter and stricter?
Yeah, that was the copyright.
Mm-hmm. They do get strict.
Very strict. OMG, yes it is. So it's cheaper there in the UK, I'm assuming. I just bought a load of bread. A load of bread for $6.49. Bread, $6.
You can get a decent loaf here for less than £1.
Yeah, the most expensive one I've seen is like a little over £1 maybe or so, but
I don't know. Inflation is food. The price of food is going up, and when you compare it to wages, it's tough. But then we have other things as well. Like you have to have a minimum days holiday here, and you're like, wow, vacation. And you're like, wow, I can't believe we've got and you get them right from the beginning.
You get
you don't have to work for them.
Yeah, right when you start a job, you get whatever. If you're like, I'm kind of more full time now. I got like 28 days of vacation time.
Right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning, paid vacation, right from the beginning, and I can use it pretty much whenever I want.
And that's not including Christmas.
Yeah, so it's like, and then in America, I had to work at Walmart for 2 years before getting paid vacation, and even then. You accumulate hours of vacation time for every pay period, and it was like a little tiny bit, and by the time a year is up, you got like 2 weeks worth, and it's like, wow, great job. It's like it's crazy over there. I live in America, and yes, they tax you for everything and raise the price of living and keep your wages small. Very tight pocket.
I mean, exactly. they are doing that here as well.
They do that here. They do that here, but the difference is still enough to where I work like a very, very minimum wage job.
You do work like we have living wage in England as opposed to minimum wage.
Yeah.
So they keep putting that up. I think it's about £9 something at the minute.
But even with that, the prices of like phone bill and everything and food is still so cheap that even with my minimum wage job, I can afford all that stuff and still be able to kind of save money a little bit. It's a little bit difficult for me to save money because it's just right there, enough money.
But it is like a living wage.
But it is enough that you can survive. You can live off of it.
And still buy things that you want to buy every so often to yourself.
In America, you can't do that. You have to have like 2 jobs.
We have our own worries here. Don't worry, we've got Brexit and all that.
They have a lot of problems here. That's so true. Buying groceries in America is well over $100 if you want to eat well and healthy. See, that's why people are so fat. It's because the cheap food in America
is the rubbish.
Is the really, really bad food for you. And if you want to eat healthy, it's expensive. You want veggies and stuff, you gotta pay for it. Bottle of water is like a lot. Bottle of Coca-Cola.
Really? Bottle of water?
Yeah, you get
you can get like a massive bottle of water. You get like 65p.
You get a liter of water, and it's like way more than a liter of Coke. That's the issue. Is that the junk food is way cheaper.
But we drink tap water here as well. And I don't like your water. It's purified water and it tastes really strange.
It's because we put like chlorine and stuff in our water to keep it clean.
We have good water up in the north.
Yes.
It's got nice minerals in it.
But yeah, you could spend, like I would buy, when I was in America, I would only buy like the snacks, drinks, and pizzas, frozen pizzas or something. my parents would buy the meats and veggies. Like I would just do whatever.
And you wouldn't eat the veggies.
Yeah. And just me buying that would be over $100. It'd be 130, almost 200 sometimes, just for that. That was just the snacks and drinks. Here in America, a small apartment is a house mortgage. Yep, that's how it is. How it is over there.
Things are expensive here too.
Things are expensive here, but America's standard of living is really like you have to work to survive, and that's it. That's all you do in America.
You do have a very good work ethic compared to English people. Like you work really hard. You don't mind doing a.
That's why they love me. Because they're like, my God, really you work so hard.
Are we sponsoring the UK? I personally wouldn't. I'm not that patriotic. I'd rather live in Italy. We have many problems here.
Yeah.
Our government is in shambles. It's so bad.
I don't know how I mean,
there are pros and cons in every country.
It always sounds like the grass is greener on the other side, but everyone's got their problems. Everyone's got their own issues.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here we have a massive issue with you're very like just do a job. Here everybody wants to be like an academic and everybody wants to do a really high paid job like straight away. And people don't really want to work the lower jobs, but then there's a problem like you need some experience to do that, and nobody wants to work to get I worked for no pay for 13 months to become a freelance translator. I worked in France. I worked in Italy and Spain completely free as an intern to get where I was, but a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and there's a problem here.
Yeah.
You guys work hard.
We work very hard because we have to. Mm-hmm. And if we don't, you just live on the
People
streets.
People here don't work like 2 jobs.
People work like 3 jobs sometimes in America. Like, they have to just do
somewhere
whatever it takes.
Somewhere in the middle would kind of be nice.
It's like one job that pays enough just to live and comfortably. And there it's like, you have to just survive.
We need for questions.
Yeah.
Last one from Dose of Childhood. Do you plan on getting married and having kids in what time frame? I'm just waiting to be proposed to.
We do plan to, of course. We've been together a while now that we know what we think our future will be. Mm-hmm. But time frame, I mean, we're taking it slow.
We're taking it slow. Next few years, marriage, and then a few years.
I would say probably next 2 or 3 years, which would make our whole relationship like
3-4 years.
3 or 4 years dating before getting married.
We might move in together just before getting married, but once we've moved in, we might as well.
Right.
Going into the adult life, that's me. I'm just finishing university.
I did that and moved to England, so I was completely terrified. I'm like, oh my God, I have to find a job, and I have to make money. I have to pay rent. I have to pay bills.
Being an adult,
and
scary.
It was really depressing and really scary. But once you kind of get into the groove of it, you get used to it, and then it's a lot easier.
Oh, thanks for being back.
Oh, you're back.
We're just talking about pros and cons of America and England.
Yeah, money and living wage and all that stuff.
So now we're moving on to, I think, a Dank Deep. I'm going to check that that's their YouTube or just their Instagram. But they said, how long have you been a gamer?
Forever.
Ever since you were little?
Ever since I was really little. My earliest memory of playing video games was on a Super Nintendo, and it was Super Mario World. That was my first game, and yeah, I was playing that until I played that and like Zelda and stuff. I can't remember what other games I played on the Super Nintendo. I had F-Zero. I had all those games, and then when the PlayStation 1 came out, I played PlayStation. Then I went back to GameCube when it came out, and just so on and so forth. I've always been a gamer.
The channel name, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the first. It's like X, Tina, and D. So, I don't know.
X, Tina, and D?
But that's their channel, so shout out to them. And they also asked, what's your favorite game to play?
Oh, my favorite game, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. By far is my favorite.
And they said, what's your longest gameplay? Is that the one that you spent the most time playing?
That's a difficult one because...
You spent a lot of hours.
Spent a lot of hours playing video games. It'd have to be a Legend of Zelda game, I'm sure. But it'll either be Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess. I actually when I go to America and get the game cases, I've written in the pamphlets like how many times I've beaten
Pamphlets.
it.
We say pamphlets.
I've written how many times I've beaten it.
Wow.
And it was up to like 20-something times that I beat that game. That's how many times I played.
I've only played Mario Kart.
Here's the thing. The video game Lego Star Wars, the second one, Lego Star Wars 2. I played that on the GameCube. And that game, in the hub world, it actually has a timer of how long you've been playing the game. I broke the timer. It went so far that it stopped counting. It froze because I played it that long. I didn't have any more.
That's when you've been playing it too damn long.
I play video games a lot, okay? Mortal Kombat was my favorite on Nintendo back in the day, and Street Fighter. I was never into Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I tried, but I was never into really the side fighting games like that. I was more into like adventures of The Legend of Zelda. I like Pokemon, stuff like that, Mario and all that, but never Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I played like some Batman game, some Star Wars game, and random ones on the Super Nintendo and whatnot. But on the PlayStation, I play a lot of Disney games. I played Bugs Life, Hercules, all that stuff. But yeah.
And the last one from Peter and D, I'm sorry that I had to pronounce it, is what's your guys' favorite game to play together?
We only play one right now. Really?
We've also played Mario Kart, and he was well surprised.
She's pretty good at Mario Kart. I was pleasantly surprised that she's actually well versed in some games.
I beat you the first game we ever played on that. I beat you. I got first.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to not go easy now. I had to go hard.
You weren't going easy on me. You saw me winning, and you were just in shock.
No.
So you got me playing Zelda.
I have her playing Zelda. It's my favorite series, and she's played Ocarina of Time.
And I beat it.
And beat it, and now you're on Skyward Sword, which you don't really care for, but...
There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of reading, and it's sort of not very good immersion when it's like explaining something that's like, press this to do this. I'm like, I don't know, I don't like the style of it, but you said a lot of people complain.
It's a controversial Zelda game. It got like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
And the Wii does not like my movement. It's like, do this, and I'm like, I'm doing that, and it's not.
And then I take it, and I'm like, whoosh.
He just does it, and it likes him. It doesn't like me.
I've learned the movements that you need, but the rest of the Zelda games are not movement. They're all button pressing, so you're good on those. So what's your favorite console since you're a true gamer?
True gamer.
Favorite console, huh? Well, it changes all the time. To be honest, it changes as the new consoles come out. It slowly just, I would have said PS2 back in the day. I never had a PS2.
Back in the day.
I never had a PS2. My friend Levi did. I had a GameCube. The GameCube was alright. It did everything I needed it to, and it had plenty of good games on it. I was disappointed that games like GTA and stuff like that never went to GameCube because I felt like it had enough power to do so. I just didn't know why they did that. Because there's some games on the GameCube that look better than the PS2. I enjoyed the Wii, but the same exact reason. There was games that came out that didn't come out for the Wii, that came out for everything else, and I was like, why? But the Wii, I was very disappointed in the graphics of the Wii because I felt like they could have done better. They focused way too much on motion controls and not enough on the graphics because by then we had HD graphics and they were still stuck in the PlayStation 2 era. So I was kind of disappointed on that they didn't focus on that. That's why when the Wii U came out, I was like, yes, HD graphics. But then the Wii U didn't go anywhere. I would say my favorite right now out of all the consoles I've played is probably the Nintendo Switch. I love my PlayStation 4, but it's just a normal console to me. I play just games on there normally, and I record off of there. But the Nintendo Switch to me is so brilliant that I can take a game that I'm playing on the TV, a console game that's HD, beautiful graphics, and everything, and I can take it and continue playing it on the go, no matter where I am. I think that is just the most amazing thing, and I love it, so... Yeah,
you can tell he likes gaming because once he starts,
I ramble on for a while when it comes to gaming.
It's cute though. That's another difference between England and America. Apparently, we think like being a geek and stuff is like a really cute thing. We think it's a really great thing.
Yeah, but if you're a gamer or a nerd in America, you get made fun of. They look down on you. In Europe, it's like, that's cool, anime and games. And then in America, it's like, ew, what's wrong with you? Sports, football. It's like, ugh.
Thank you for coming to us, a childhood. Everyone subscribe, some really cute videos.
Oh no! Well, that's fine.
It's been a long time.
It's been
so
a long
sorry.
stream. We knew it was gonna be. I felt like it was gonna be long with all the questions. But thank you so much for being around. Everyone that hasn't subscribed to Toast Childhood, subscribe.
I noticed we've got the Diary Confessions. I didn't realize that your questions are under Style Creativity because we've got different names. So I'll answer your questions because we're here. Are you guys getting married soon? How old were you when you met?
Just a year ago.
Yeah, 20.
I should have been 25 then.
I don't know. Yes, whatever age we were a year and a half ago. I might have just been. I was 19. I think.
I'm pretty sure I was 25. I'm pretty sure I was 25.
Yeah, you were. I remember you. Yeah.
Because you've only been around with me for one birthday, and my birthday's coming this September, which is the second
but
one.
you've seen 2 birthdays of mine.
Yeah.
There we go. And then a really great question: have you seen the Netflix TV show Stranger Things?
Love it.
Yes, we have.
Amazing. I love that show.
We tried not to binge watch it, but we ended up doing it.
It's so hard not to binge watch that show. It's amazing, and season 3 has been like amazing as well. Season 2, I love season 2.
We don't want to give spoilers, but we probably will end up. So, spoiler alert.
Season 2, I love season 2 more than season 1, but it did have that one episode that was kind of like, eh. Season 3 didn't have that. Season 3, every episode was just like...
And left you on cliffhangers. How many people died?
Loads.
Question, do you think the guy at the end, who was a really main character, not Billy, I won't try to spoil it too much, do you think he died? Because
we don't think he died.
We don't think he died. We didn't see it.
Conspiracy theory, we think that... They didn't show his death.
Right at the end when they're like, we've got the American, we're like, maybe that's him.
Something weird going on. So yeah, we have hope still.
But we really enjoyed it. So good.
She's leaving. Thank you so much. And
no problem. Forget it. What made you get into gaming? You just always loved it.
I just always loved it. It's always been fun. For me, it's always been very therapeutic.
Yeah, a way to unwind. Apart from you said at the beginning there was some that you used to play that made you really like.
Well, I used to play like Call of Duty. I would play online on Call of Duty, and when I played online with people, I found that I get very angry when I lose, and I would yell at the TV and scream and just get really just frustrated, and it was just not fun. It wasn't fun anymore, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So I stopped doing that, and I just went back to playing games I used to play that are story based and single player, and like, yes, nice, because I'm very competitive.
Well, I didn't like it when I won you.
But now I still play, like, I play Fortnite, but I don't get mad when I lose because like I don't do it as much, so it's not as bad.
You've grown up since then.
I've grown up since then. I was little, and I was like angry all the time. I just got into Stranger Things. I binge watched season 1. It's amazing.
I watched all of season 2 on my own in one go in one night. I didn't fall asleep until like 5 a.m. It's really binge worthy. You can just watch because they leave you on cliffhangers. You're like, I have to watch the next one.
And luckily, they have all of them there.
Yeah, because they put them
so
all
you're
out.
Just like all of them now.
It's really good. You'll love season 2 and 3. Is there any advice you can give to small YouTubers who are still trying to get on the other side?
Well, don't try so hard to get to their side.
You kind of got to try hard.
You have to try hard, but don't let it stress you.
Yeah, like it did me.
Like it did her. Don't let it make you lose hope or frustrated. Just kind of make it to where it's fun to do. To enjoy what you're doing, and don't do it for money. If you're doing it for money, you're never gonna get there. You have to do it because you enjoy it, and the money will come. If you are able to get there eventually, it's gonna take forever, because like for us, it's taking a long time, to get there. But we're not worried about it because you shouldn't be worried about it.
We thought it might get easier after like 100 subs to get more subs, or even 1,000, but it's not.
It's just the same. It's always the same. It's like you still have to get people to join up on it. And the most difficult thing is like, promoting it online, Tumblr, Facebook,
Promote it
Instagram.
everywhere you can
Promoting
find.
it everywhere you can find. Even then, you still don't find people to join. So it's tough. Just don't give up hope. Because I gave up many times in the past on YouTube. But now that I've able to get to the 1,000 and monetized, I have more encouragement to keep going, and it's a lot more fun now with all these people on there. So
It's really nice having people actually watching and engaging.
when you have people watching, you feel a lot better about it.
So we've got Joshman267 who says favorite Attack on Titan moment from season 2.
Well, if you haven't seen Attack on Titan, this is an anime, so and if you haven't watched it, it'll be a spoiler. But
So many spoilers here.
Season 2, my favorite moment would probably be the Colossal Titan and Armored Titan reveal, who they were, and just that whole moment. The way they did that moment where it was just quiet, tense, and then they revealed themselves like casually, where you're like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden they just transform, and the music was just incredible. It was just so well done.
I've totally forgotten what is in what season because I've watched it all in one go.
Season 2 was the Titans from that village that came out of nowhere.
Is that the bit
and
where
they had to go to the castle
is that
and hide in the castle tower? Ymir and Krista's little thing.
That was a tense moment. There was a lot of tense moments.
And then them capturing. Eren fights the armored, loses. They capture him again. They have to chase them. And that's where they're fighting them in that field and all the craziness. And then the Smiling Titan comes and.
Oh, the Smiling Titan. Now I know who
that's
she
all,
is.
That's all season 2.
Is that the bit where Connie gets home and his mom's like, "Welcome home"?
Yes, that's all of season 2. So.
I don't know what to expect for season 4, the last one.
Well, I don't season.
So we've got a few left. We're nearly there.
We're nearly there. 2 hours in.
Totally outnumbered. Some really sweet shout out to them. Some really sweet videos with her kids and stuff.
Like if you're like a parent, it's a really good channel to get into.
Wholesome. What kind of career did you want as a child?
I had many different careers I wanted as a child. I remember writing when I was really like in elementary school and I was really tiny. I wrote that I wanted to be a construction worker.
Oh,
like my dad.
Like your dad. How nice.
And then that
I thought you were going to say a writer because he also writes a book, which is really good.
The construction worker one went out the window real fast. I was like, nope. Most of my life in school, I wanted to be a teacher. I really liked the thought of being a teacher. And then that one, just of anything, just being a teacher. And then it became like I would like to be an art teacher. I thought that would have been a lot of fun. Cause I love looking at people's art and talking about it, and I feel like I would have been really good at that. But that kind of fizzled out a little bit as I was more into gaming, and then I found out like, hey, I'm actually not too bad at drawing, and I love drawing. And then I was doing flip note animations, and I had a lot of fun doing those, and people thought they were really good. Like, how did you do that? It's amazing. And so I was like, I love doing all that. So then I wanted to go into gaming and animation. But yeah, I am writing a book. I love writing.
A bit of everything.
A bit of everything. Anything. I love creating things. Creating stories, creating animations, I love just creating stuff for people to enjoy. It's been my whole thing.
I wanted to be a vet because every little girl wanted to be a vet when they were little.
Take care of guinea pigs.
But then I realised it wasn't all guinea pigs.
Like take care of horses and stuff. You're like, oh.
And then I wanted to be a physiotherapist. But then I realised you had to be good at science. And I didn't enjoy science. Then I was like, well, I've got a multicultural background. And I kind of ended up being really good at languages. And then I liked translation. Because everybody's always like, oh, if you do languages, you have to be a teacher or translator. And I don't want to be that. Not true. You can do loads of stuff with languages, but I actually do fit into that. I want to be translator. Sweeties Remedies. Shout
out to them.
Any like home remedies and like little fancy remedies, go to their channel. They asked, "What is your love story?" Which we've sort of covered.
We've sort of covered it.
So many people want to know.
Just mail online. Long distance relationship, talking all the time. One love.
Oh. And then finally, I need to check what their name is on YouTube. But they said, "Does your girlfriend play Fortnite too?" No, I do not.
No, she does not.
I watch him play it, but
she thinks it's boring, and she doesn't understand it.
Even when he plays it, I find it a bit boring. But you weren't sure about it at first.
I'm still not sure about it. Like I have fun on there because I'm doing the live stream and there are people joining in. But otherwise, I'm kind of like I would rather play Call of Duty. Way more fast paced. You're constantly moving and shooting. It's not like a whole long time of nothing, and all of a sudden you get shot and you're dead. And you're like, well, I did all of that just waiting around for nothing.
Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Jellybean. Thank you for joining.
If you have any questions, let us know.
If you have a
anything.
If they have a channel, check out their channel and like and subscribe. The girl is handsome and the guy is pretty.
Thanks, I think.
Well, I don't know how that works.
By the way, the question from floor was from Naomi Blackie's Lifestyle, Family and Skincare Tips.
That's quite the name.
That is a mouthful. It's a good name. So subscribe to them for some more like home remedies and stuff. So they were all the questions we got in advance. We got through them all.
Ooh, we did it. We got through all of them, so
I'm pretty sure we did. I hope so.
A lot of them were like repeats and stuff. Do you think certain people should sit on the back of the bus?
People who like the back of buses.
People want to sit there, and they feel like that it's fun to sit there.
Everyone should be able to sit where they want to sit. I like sitting at the front. I do like sitting where I can see everything.
When I was in school, I loved to sit in the back of the bus.
That's like where the cool people sit at the back of the bus.
Yeah, but I used to love to sit in the back just because you feel like you're just kind of like hidden.
I like at the back of the bus if you're with quite a few people because you can all sit together at the back of the bus.
Yeah, but nowadays, well, here in England we have the double-decker buses.
I always
go upstairs.
I don't know why. I just always sit on the top.
I kind of sit near the front of the upstairs area.
Yeah, that's where I end up sitting. And then if one of us is on the bus and the other's out, it's like, hi.
So you're like, hi. Opinions on old grannies.
The game with the old granny or just old grandmas in general?
I have no idea.
I don't know about the game. I've seen a few people play it, but I've not paid that much attention to it.
I have no idea what
grandmas
it is.
in general, love them.
Love grandmas. Grandmas are so nice. They make cookies. And yeah.
That's one of your other favorite foods.
Do you curse?
No. I don't like swearing.
No, I try my best not to.
Occasionally, if you really hurt yourself or something, you might. But I think
we only curse if we're like reading something and there's a curse word, and we're like, we'll just say it.
That's what I quite like about you, to be honest, is that you don't swear all the time. People who swear every other word, it's like, huh.
I've never liked to, and actually none of my friends have ever heard me curse.
No.
None of them.
I don't think.
And it's because they're like, oh, why don't you? And I'm like, because I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. But it actually turned into a reputation that I had to hold, that I was the one person who didn't curse.
Mine was a bit like that too. I never cursed.
And I'm like, I can't curse now because if I do, they're going to be like, oh, you cursed. I'm like, I didn't want that. So I'm like, I guess I'll just not curse.
I once did by accident when I didn't know what the word meant.
You're like...
But the closest I get, I just say sugar or fudge.
I say frickin', crap.
We say bloody a lot in England, but my mum taught me that bloody was a swear word when I was little.
Heck.
Bloody hell, Harry.
Bloody hell. Are you religious? Yes, I am a Baptist Christian.
I was raised Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic.
I used to go to Ukrainian church, didn't know what they were saying. It sounded good.
So, yes.
That's sort of from, like, my Italian side. That's, like, from your mum's side was Catholic.
My mom's side was Roman Catholic. That's what Spain kind of is. But my dad's Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
But where, everybody each to their own. Everyone should believe what they want to believe.
Each to their own. That's how it is. And he said eggs are nice.
You're not a massive fan of eggs.
I like scrambled eggs.
I like any kind of eggs.
And I can enjoy fried eggs.
I had fried egg flavored crisps once in Spain.
But
and they were weird.
when it comes to eggs,
oh, crisps, I mean potato chips.
When it comes to eggs, I like them by themselves. I don't like eggs on anything.
I like the way
anything.
he says eggs.
Egg.
Eggs.
Egg. Egg. Opinion on racism.
If anybody thinks it's good, then we have a problem.
I think it's kind of blown
I
out.
think everyone should have the opinion that no one should be racist to anyone.
It's like, to me, it's kind of blown out of proportion, where people are like, they take it too far now, where like they call everything racist, and it's like, you're racist for not liking that. It's like, what? Since when?
I don't think like.
And then there is racist people out there who are stupid. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of blown up into this big thing that is like, I don't know, it's just crazy. I think it's just craziness all around.
I don't see like race or stuff. It's like I have an opinion on the person based on the how they act, what they say,
how they are.
Yeah, just in general. But obviously, it's not good.
Yeah, so it's like, obviously it's not good. But yeah. That's pretty much it.
I'm not racist, but I get mad that I can't say a certain word.
Yeah, it's stupid that we can't say certain words, because like, that's racist. Like, and then they can say it and then we can't, and we're like, well, words are words, and it's like
it's difficult with everything when certain words become like, or you've got to say something a certain way and you don't mean anything in a bad way. Even not with just racism, but feminism and all that sort of stuff.
And they make it to where you can't say certain things, and then you feel like you're being kind of just shut up, like, don't talk, don't speak. If you don't agree with us and you can't say nothing. It kind of feels like that sometimes.
I mean, we can't be racist. We're totally multicultural. We have family all over the world.
Yeah, family everywhere.
And friends from all over the world.
Exactly. But
I love different countries. I love traveling, and I think traveling and speaking other languages is a really good way of like getting to know other cultures and being really respectful of them.
Yeah. I don't know idea
what that means.
I have no idea what that means. I'm so
talking
sorry.
about different languages. No, I'm sorry. Are you asking if we are from different places or speak different languages?
Those are languages you don't know. I'm only English. I only speak English.
Speak Italian. Sure, yes. I speak Italian and Spanish, if you can ask anything in those.
Well, I think that's it for the stream.
Yeah.
We did it for 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Thank you for everybody's questions.
Thank you, everyone, for the questions.
Sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Jellybean. Sorry.
If you subscribe, then you can...
There could be another one someday.
Could be another one.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Please don't.
Don't destroy anybody.
Subscribe to them instead.
Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hope everyone enjoyed the shout outs and the questions and all that stuff.
We'll put everybody's links in the description.
In the description. Once this uploads and I'm able to go in and edit, I'll put all the people's channels.
We need to also shout out I'll get back to you. We got a shout out from one of our friends on YouTube.
Oh yes.
And we need to shout them out. They didn't manage to ask a question, but you talk.
Gav, is it Gav?
We got
gaming or something?
Yeah. Read it out because I don't know what it says.
It says, "I don't look at race or what nationality you are. I see your integrity or stupidity."
It's the person.
It's the person they are.
It doesn't matter what
skin color and race doesn't mean.
But it's like, even people are
anything.
Like specifically like, you have the same skin color as I do, but we do, and everybody thinks American and English people are really similar, but we have found that we are totally different in so many ways.
Exactly.
But we see that as a good thing, you know,
yeah,
to
like
learn about things.
Different people should learn about other people and, you know, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Was it Gav?
It's Gav Bob or something, and I don't know what it is.
Gav Bomb 1?
Yes, I think it is. So, thank you for giving us a shout out before. And I'm sorry.
Are you trying to look up for his channel?
Gav Bomb 1. There we go. You were right. It's Gav Bomb 1.
Oh, thank you so much for the love. Really appreciate it. And so, what was it? Shout out for Gav Bomb?
Yeah.
Shout out
some funny
to Gav Bomb 1.
Yeah.
Because he shouted us out in a video, and he had no prerogative to. So we're shouting him out.
Yes.
It's sad he couldn't make it, but Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much again.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for
Anyone
joining
who's been here like practically
this
the whole time,
thank
you're
you.
amazing.
That's pretty good. Check out my other videos. I have my Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay videos, my Walking Dead gameplay, my anime reviews, live reactions. This Thursday will be the first Pokemon reaction video. So check all those out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, as always, thank you again, and
Thank you.
have yourselves a great one.